What up? Hey, boom. What up, Switch Bro Hero? So, heard some shit has gone down since I've been away. Oh, I just realized I said a cuss word in the first few minutes of the stream. It's not gonna get monetized anymore. Why do I keep doing that? Just so you know, cursing is just a part of my lifestyle, okay? I didn't ask to be this way. I blame Goo Jeebus. It's Jeebus's fault that I'm like this, bro. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be me. Oh God. Okay. But hey, how you guys doing? It's been a minute, huh? I was tempted to talk about my trips, but I feel like maybe I don't know. I feel like it's funnier when the people are here. And I didn't ask them to be here, so I don't want to. I may not go over the trip stuff yet, but we do have other things to talk about. I want to say, what is it? A Pokemon Presents, a Nintendo Direct, some drama with Sony, some stuff with EA. We got a lot of stuff. My childhood favorite game, Epic Mickey, is getting a remake. Let's go. One Piece was ass this week. Let's talk about video games. Y'all gotta stop being so mean to the piece of Juan. It's Juan's piece, okay, guys? Shit. We have things we can discuss, so there's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna give you guys maybe like another 2 minutes, and then we're gonna go. For those who have a particular topic you want me to cover first and talk about, we can do that first, but just go ahead and start putting your suggestions in the chat. What do you want to cover first? There's a lot of video game stuff I technically missed. We had some Sony drama with them firing a bunch of people. Them talking about we're not getting any major. I don't have first impressions of a game I don't own, Studio. I'm still waiting on my goddamn refund so I can buy some shit. That's what hurting me, bruh. Imagine filing your taxes like 2 to 3 weeks ago and you still sitting over here in the corner like, bruh, where that refund at, man? And it's not that I need the refund, but I want it. And that's the problem. It's a problem when I want something and I know it's coming and it's sitting here in hell. It's in this damn waiting room of hell. I guess it's purgatory. So I can't do nothing stupid. Granted, a lot of it's going into savings, but I still had a little bit of that money was gonna go for something stupid. And I need my stupid money, okay? It's my money and I need it now. Oh wow, it hit me with a classic. That's almost a hood classic. Good God. But yeah, Melvin's talking about Pokemon. Man, I know this is a thing. I know we need to address it. I'll give you guys another minute. Any particular thing you want first? Air versus Tifa. It's Tifa all day, by the way. Tifa all day. I can respect Aerith, but Tifa all day. Free. That spells free. Why is Tifa so hot? Because it's Japan. Thank God for Japan. CreditReport.com, baby. Oh my God. What we doing with these references tonight? What's going on? Also, thank you, Revolver, for the $5 donation. He did it because I guess he said he's going to sleep early. So thank you, like, for the donation, like, what was it, like an hour in advance, I want to say? Almost an hour in advance. So appreciate the support. Hopefully you watch the playback and see that thank you for the support. Oh God. So I guess we can talk about the Pokemon stuff first. Melvin suggested it. No one else suggested anything specific that I could really cover, because obviously I can't cover Final Fantasy Rebirth because I ain't got the game, nor was I really inclined to get it. So the Pokemon Direct came out, and let's be real here, the only thing y'all care about, the only thing of note, I think, are two things. The fact that you have a mobile Pokemon trading card game, which is like, hey, cool, Pokemon trading card game. I think that's a perfectly fine thing. And let's be real here, we've needed some quality. I'm surprised there hasn't been a quality app for the Pokemon trading card game anyway. So I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. No real issues, no real complaints. Fine. No, you didn't miss anything. I'm just now starting to talk about stuff, Mr. Vadi. You got in just in time. So I'm fine with Pokemon. I'm fine with the Pokemon TCG on mobile. That's fine. The other thing, obviously, is Pokemon Legends Z-A. We can't shit on Pokemon. We're just now talking about it. So the good news is it wasn't a remake of Gen 5. The also good news is it wasn't some Johto Let's Go Johto thing. It just turned out to be another Legends game, which also isn't really a big surprise because that's kind of what the third thing people wanted was. Let me get a Legends game, right? The Legend games we get is weirdly enough a Kalos game. Now, granted, Kalos has the lore to justify the interest and to justify people being like, okay, cool. There's stuff in Kalos I'm interested in. Plus, Kalos as a generation, I think objectively Gen 6 is the weakest gen. I think objectively. Gen 6 has like a couple of things to its name that I think are cool, that people actively love, which is Megas, the online, and the fairy typing. I think it was like the three major things, right? What's up, Zombie? And what's up, Almighty Gulki? But X and Y as a mainline game is pretty trash in compared to any of its. I think realistically, it's probably the weakest generation just off of its main games. And some people will say Sword and Shield because of the trees and da 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 da. Sword and Shield was a bigger spectacle. Sword and Shield had better characters. Sword and Shield was more engaging. Really, and it wasn't as easy. I would say X and Y is the most brain dead easy. Realistically, you mega once you get to like the third gym, third gym, and then you just mega and you could I think it's the fourth gym because it's Viola, Grant, and then I think it's Carino then Ramos. So yeah, you go to the third gym and then you win the game. That's it. And then you get a free Lapras and a free Lucario. This is how the game works. So I'm not mad that they're getting a Legends game. I think my biggest issue with them is that it feels like Gen 5 is still getting snubbed, even though, because here's my thing. I have no problem with Gen 5 not getting its remakes, okay? I'm not even in a rush for Gen 5 remakes because I don't trust Game Freak right now to make quality Generation 5 remakes. My problem is, why couldn't Gen 5 get the Legends game? Why did you immediately jump to Gen 6 for Legends? Now, obviously, this could be on some, I want to be different, and I want to be, because let's be real here, the first Legends game was a Gen 4 game, and then the second Legends game is a Gen 6 game. Realistically, you had three other previous gens you could have done, which is Hoenn, Johto, or Kanto, and you could have done Gen 5, 7, or 8, or 9, right? So it's not a huge deal, but it feels weird that Gen 5 has been weirdly referenced in like all these games without getting a main game. Like it's referenced a little bit in Legends Arceus with the train, one of the subway masters getting teleported into the past, right? It's referenced in the DLC for Scarlet and Violet because it takes place in Unova and we get to meet characters who may or may not be related to characters from Unova, right? And then it wouldn't surprise me if we get into this game, we get more references to Unova. And I guess my thing is like, why is Gen 5 getting weirdly like referenced everywhere, but you can't give them anything, right? I don't know. What do you guys talking about? Indigo Disc was the Unova game. Chill out. I think that's the part that bothers me. I'm not really mad about Legends in itself. I'm not even mad that it's a Kalos Legends. I'm mad that you didn't give Unova anything. Now, granted, there's time and I get it, but I don't want this to be a thing where we give Kalos its Legends game and then Unova gets not acknowledged for like 6 years. I still think Unova needs to be acknowledged. I just don't think Unova needs to be, and it's weird because of how this is going to still come out, because the other thing is, oh, well, that means that we should be good. Maybe we broke the cycle, right, guys? We broke the cycle in which we get Pokemon games every 3 years. No, we didn't. Because remember, we got Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet in the same year. People forget because of how far apart those games are. Scarlet and Violet was November of 2022. Arceus was like January of 2022. You got 2 Pokemon games that were spaced out by like 10 months, I think. Which I think is a decently fine thing. The general public, unfortunately, hates Unova. So that is technically true, kind of. So when it originally came out, Unova is probably one of the generations that got shit on a lot, right? Particularly because it's unfortunately another double-up game. I think it's the only double-up game before we got to... No, it is. It's the only double-up game next to, I guess, Gen 7. So Obviously, Gen 1 was on the Game Boy. I guess Gen 1 and Gen 2 could be in the same category with Game Boy Color, that stuff. But like, Gen 3 was on the GBA, Gen 4 was on the DS, and you hit Gen 5, and Gen 5 is now sharing the same console as Gen 4 at the end of the DS's life cycle, right? Also, thank you for the 18 viewers, guys. Maybe get the likes up to where it doesn't feel like I'm just messing with 2-year-olds. That would be nice. Just a request. But Gen 5 came out at the end of the DS's life cycle into the transition to the 3DS, right? So I understand, personally, I get that people were kind of falling out of the DS hype anyway, right? But it didn't help that Gen 5 was so radically different. On top of the fact that Gen 5 also was the generation that said what Gen 3 did, which was you don't get to play with any old mons, you just get new mons. And in the back, people were like, we still don't know that what Kyurem originally looks like. You know, and see, there's lore in Gen 5 that you could have approached for. Granted, Legends Z-A is going to have a whole thing, because you know what we want to see. Let's be real here. You know what we want to see. It's been 3,000 years. It's been 3,000 years. If we don't, let's be real here. They keep talking about Lumio City and the construction and the origin of that. I don't care about none of that. It's been 3,000 years, dog. That's what I want to see. The first Arceus game got a pass because it was the first game and we wanted to see how well it came out, right? X and Y actually has a reason to disappoint. So it's been 3,000 years, yo. That's all I'm going to say. And I feel like Gen 5 fans are in the back during this whole ordeal and just like, man, this is bull. Our generation came out and was a banger, but wasn't viewed as such for so long. And over the years, fans more and more started pouring into Gen 5 and going, you know what, this game's pretty cool. I actually kind of fuck with Black and White. I really like Black and White too. These are really good games. And then we get to the point where, okay, it's our turn for the remakes. And Game Freak's not doing really great with remakes. So you're like, I don't know how I feel about this. Because if you do your remakes, that means my game is going to get fucked up. But I still like the acknowledgement of how good Gen 5 is, because Gen 5 doesn't get enough love. Oh, we're just going to skip it. God fucking damn it. Don't skip it. We're going to skip it. Please don't skip it. So I don't know. It's too soon for another remake? Not really. The timeline for remakes has never been overly consistent. I think the gap is like 4 years. I think the biggest gap is between Gen 4 and it was Gen 4 and Gen 6's remakes, because Gen 4 had the remake for Soul Silver and Heart Gold, and then Gen 6 had the remake for Ruby and Sapphire, which is Gen 5 is the only generation that didn't have a remake in it, right? Because Gen 2, I mean, obviously Gen 1 and 2 are different, but Gen 3 had the Gen 1 remakes, Gen 4 had the Gen 2 remakes, Gen 6 had the Gen 3 remakes, Gen 7 had the Gen 4 remakes, so it's not like it's so... Actually, no, that's not true. If we're going by that order, no, because it wasn't until Gen 8. It was Gen 8 that had the Gen 4 remakes. So I guess that makes sense. They've recently been skipping a generation. It's not by console, that's not true. I mean, it's also by generation though. Like, it seems to be they skip a generation, then you get a remake. So if we go by that logic, then that means Gen 11 will have the remake for Black and White. I don't know why I didn't think about that in retrospect. That actually would have made more sense if I thought about that in the long run. They usually do a remake every other generation. The only generation that got it back to back was probably Gen 3 and Gen 3 and Gen 4. Gen 3 getting the Fire Red Leaf Green, and Gen 4 getting Heart Gold Soul Silver. But other than that, now we usually skip a gen and then we get a remake. So Gen 7 didn't have a remake in it. It just had a sequel. Actually, Gen 7, if anything, followed the same line as Black and White. Now I think about it. Where instead of getting like a third version, like getting Ultra like midday or some shit, we just got Ultra Sun and Moon. Boo, Retro, get out of here, dog. Retro, get out of here. A lot of people want to see Iris in it again, absolutely. But yeah, so the rule would be that since we got a generation remake in Gen 8, not Gen 7, because 8 is where we got the Dominant Pro remakes. That means Gen 9 we don't get anything. Gen 10 is when we'll get black and white remakes. I don't know why I didn't think it. I've been so low-key checked out of Pokemon stuff that I've completely forgotten. I used to follow those cycles all the time. I just didn't care about it. So I guess it makes sense why we wouldn't get black and white right now, because we don't normally get remakes every generation. It's usually every other generation we get a remake. So Gen 10 will have the black and white remakes in it. I'm happy that they decided to bring back Mega Evolutions. I'm not happy about Mega Evolutions, and I'll tell you why. I think for the sake of, first off, Mega Evolutions for me was a representation of something that became a terrible trend in future Pokemon titles, which is that every generation past Gen 6 starting it, every generation had to have a gimmick, right? Mega Evolutions, Z moves, Dynamaxing, Terrestrialization, and guess what happens? They all get dropped after their respective gens. And I'm gonna be real with you, they don't hold any weight after that. The reason I get why it's now, because this is a Kalos game, I get why Mega Evolutions are here, right? But my biggest problem is that we used to have generational gimmicks that weren't gimmicks. They just built upon the main core stuff. You know, the physical special split, the hidden abilities, the dream world stuff, right? We had stuff, fairy typing, right? We had things that actually carried into new generations. Now all we get is like new items and new moves and shit. I'm just gonna head to work early. Revolver, I thought you were going to sleep. Didn't you say you were going to sleep? That's why you left the donation like way earlier? Yeah, you said but thank you for popping back in. But yeah, I thought you were going to bed, buddy. There are too many mechanics to have them all at once. No, you shouldn't even have them. To me, I'm gonna sleep at work. Okay, Revolver. Revolver, don't risk your health. Don't risk your job for me, dude. But I appreciate the support. I think Mega and G Maxing was the best at all the gimmicks. My issue is that we shouldn't be doing gimmicks anyway. It feels like Pokemon was like, we gotta make Pokemon interesting, so here's a bunch of weird gimmicks that are just one-offs and they just exist in this one particular generation. And it'd be cool if they built upon something, but they don't. The Mega Evolutions essentially just got turned into regional variants. Let's be real here. People I think the Game Freak looked at Mega Evolutions went, okay, people like alternate forms of Pokemon. Cool. We'll just make that a premise. So now we have Paldean forms. Now we have Hisuian, Galarian, Alolan, right? We have all these forms for these other generations. And I'm perfectly cool with that, right? I think that was a good thing to come out of Mega Evolution, right? And then we got gimmick, but we're still like, well, we still need a gimmick though. So I'm like, no, if you have Alolan Mons, I don't need Z moves on top of that. Z moves are like borderline inoffensive because anybody can do them, right? Then we got the Dynamaxing and Terrestrialization, where Dynamaxing, everybody could do it, but certain Mons would change physically when they did it, right? So still adding in that element of like Galarian form, but like also Dynamax and Gigantamax form, right? And the Terrestrialization to me is worse. Terrestrialization is just Z moves, but like glossier. That's what they are. Mechanically, they're cool, but like I'm past this like as a thing. Like I said, my biggest issue with Pokemon as a series has always been it's so little of an RPG. That's the part they don't want to focus on. They want to focus on the superficial shit that no one cares about. They've also put some more effort into the competitive, so I'm not going to disrespect the efforts there. But bro, I'm so tired of this, like, let's pretty it up with these one or two gimmicks. Now listen, as a Flygon fan, because we're Team Flygon over Team Salamence, you will never convince me of anything else. Ash had a fucking Flygon unofficially. You will not convince me that Salamence is better. But their disrespect towards Flygon is ridiculous. I even like some of the subtle things that happen. Like, hey, look, you can now find fully evolved Mons in the wild. That's like something that Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet both did. I thought conceptually was cool, right? But we have no side missions. We don't have any character development moments. The game is so focused on just this gimmicky ass adventure that we don't get any expansion of anything else. Like the weird thing is that the coolest part about Scarlet and Violet is when people found out that the professor was dead. But that's also because Pokemon, for some reason, wants to have these weird, like, dark moments, but then not, like, take any of the plot lines anywhere. Also, thank you for the 7 likes and 18 viewers. I would like my likes to be in the double digits, though, please and thank you. It's weird, like the Faller stuff. I'm curious if we're gonna go right back into the whole conversation of, like, Fallers. Are we gonna bring up the whole dimensional rifts and the timeline thing about how there's a mega evolution timeline and then a non-mega evolution timeline? Like, are we gonna do any of that? Is that gonna be addressed at all? I don't even know why it was brought up originally, because we didn't do anything fucking with it, which is why it drove me nuts. The stuff with Zinnia that gets introduced in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the Looker stuff with what's her name? The girl who loses her memory in X and Y, that mission with Looker. Like, I hate these weird nuggets of cool concepts. Emma, thank you, Orion. I hate these cool nuggets of concepts that are like thrown in. Even the Ghost Girl that people turned into Porn City. Not that I'm mad about it, but I'm just saying. We got like all these cool ideas, and seeing Annabelle again and Sun and Moon and Grimsley and Colress. Why are you doing this thing where you keep throwing these characters and these ideas in here and then not doing shit with them? Nothing's fucking happening. But you got them over here like chess pieces, like you're playing some long ass game, but then you'll skip like 6 years and not address any of it. The Faller concept was so cool to me that it made me mad how little it was properly addressed in other games. Which, spoiler alert, was nothing. Not a goddamn thing. And I'm sitting here in the corner like, guys, you know what you could have done? You could have added this in and created character moments. You could have had other characters tie in. We could have got some more description of these characters, because we already have the manga to show that side of the character. We have these little game excerpts and the fucking cards in Sword and Shield that kind of tell us about these characters. But we don't get to see them out here interacting as much because you don't have side quests. You don't have side missions. You don't have story events that you can completely skip if you want to. It's a JRPG, and everyone always calls Pokemon baby's first RPG. You wanna know why people call Pokemon that? Because it doesn't do enough to be considered a standard JRPG. It's literally just a generic RPG that could be so much better with all the lore and all the development it has in the corner. And I'm sitting here in the back going, do fucking something. This isn't like some Power World shit. People always brought that Power World comparison like it was legitimate. You know what makes that Power World conversation illegitimate? Power has none of the lore and cool concepts and descriptions, and does it have the ability to create that? Absolutely, until you realize the developer is literally only known for pulling from different developers and ripping them off. The only reason why this shit worked was because they just got lucky on it. But I'm sitting here in the corner like, guys, do something. Especially even fucking Arceus was like, oh look, there's Clay's relative. There's Cynthia's relative. Okay, cool. That's cool shit. We're never gonna see these characters again, are we? We're not. We're not. And it makes me so mad. Because you have everything. It's like having a bag full of everything you need to build a mansion, and you keep building houses. Bitch, what are you doing with all these extra parts? I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this. That's why I didn't want to start Pokemon. I didn't want to start Pokemon because I didn't want to talk about it. Alright, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on. We're only going to revisit Pokemon unless I want to. I don't want to right now. Let's talk about Sony firing people and talk about the PlayStation 6. Let's talk about that. So, it is 2024, and we have been told essentially by Sony that we are not getting any new PlayStation games this year, which is a wild statement. Even Nintendo wasn't dumb enough to sit there and go, let's tell the people we have no games for them. We know why you do that. We know why you don't do that, because that's suicide. Oh, that might get me demonetized too. Also, thank you for the 20 viewers, but my likes are still in single digits, and that's a little concerning because I'm going to still go to jail, guys. Don't make me go to jail. But what's tripping me out is that it's like we're not even in our full fourth year of the PlayStation 5 yet, right? The PlayStation 5 came out late 2020, and we are technically in our third, going into our fourth year of the PlayStation 5. And they're over here talking about we ain't got no games for this year. Bro, you put out one major title last year, bro. You put out one major title. You put out Spider-Man 2. You didn't win any awards. That's not really neither here or there, because at the end of the day, people like the game, all right? So it's not a huge deal. But my point is, you put out Spider-Man 2 last year, right? And you made money. But apparently you didn't make enough money because we found out that you out here spending stupid amount of money on these fucking games. You got this game out here this costs more than the movies that have been coming out for Spider-Man. Why are your fucking games costing more than these films? So you got these movie experiences that you can only get one game out for, and then you turned around this year and said, we ain't got any games for you, after releasing another remaster of a game that isn't even 5 years old yet. What are you talking about? And then I'm like, well, you know what you could do? You could do what Nintendo does, and you can fucking, use some of your smaller titles and kind of buffer out the year. You ain't gotta, not every game needs to be a Spider-Man 2. Not every game needs to be a God of War. You got plenty of like smaller IPs that I think people wouldn't mind seeing again, because a lot of them they haven't seen in a while, right? Right? See cancellation of all those fucking studios and people getting fired, right? Bro, what are you doing? So let me get this straight. The games that you've become known for are too expensive to make on a consistent basis. Your scheduling has become so poor that you don't have any games to even really show and or give us in a timely frame. And the games that you could have leaned back on, you can't do because you fired a bunch of people and you also closed all the studios that make those fucking games. And people are sitting there talking about, are you excited for a PlayStation 6? No! What are we doing? Not granted, EA also talked about firing people, but guess what? We don't care about that shit. You know why we don't care about that shit? Because fuck EA, alright? Sony has a bunch of loyal fans, so does EA, but Sony has a bunch of loyal fans, right? That talk about how great the PlayStation brand is and how much it does and how good it is for the consumer. And and just to remind you, over the last few years, they've been censoring games. Their game output has been less. You're getting less major releases per year. The games you are getting, some of them are being censored because of their new sensibilities. The games are too expensive for even them to make it a consistent pace. They just fired and closed a bunch of studios that made some of the games that you love so much. And they're already talking about how we don't have any games and that we're talking about the new console already. Hell, from what I've been hearing about Final Fantasy Rebirth, since Studio did bring it up, people are sitting there telling me that that game very much makes you want a Pro from PlayStation 5. Even though we just got a fucking Slim. We just got a Slim, and there's no games coming out for this thing this year. What is happening, dog? Nintendo makes games. Xbox makes controllers. Sony makes consoles. You can make a quality console, but you can't put out no fucking games. And then you got Square in the back that just bottlenecked the shit out of the PS5. Square just bottlenecked the fuck out of PS5 with a game that just came out like a day ago. What are we doing, dog? And people talking about, man, PlayStation's about to go crazy. Dog, if you were a gamer in 2024, you would be annoyed as fuck. Because this year just seems like, and here's the funny thing. Realistically, this would be Xbox's year to burn all this shit down, right? But we just getting out of a conversation with Xbox about whether or not they were going to go third party, which is crazy to me, dog. This is the year Xbox, you literally had the door open. Not saying Nintendo was going to roll over, but like, Nintendo is openly, they're not acknowledging it, but as us as fans, we recognized that Nintendo was transitioning into a new generation of console, right? So no one was tripping on them not releasing quality titles or releasing a lot because they're transitioning, especially with this whole Pokemon Legends 2025 shit. We're obviously transitioning out of the Switch, right? And with that being stated, Xbox, you really just had to release some titles, dog. And we over here talking about, well, we're about to put some games out on PlayStation and Switch. Who bruh, what are you talking about? And then we got grounded on Switch. We're getting grounded on Switch. I'm just like, what are you doing? Put out a game. Put out a game. Just put a game out. PlayStation 5 is like Street Fighter 5 and Soul Calibur 5. They're very disappointing. Jesus Christ, you're a savage. Xbox and Switch and PC destroying PlayStation. Xbox, I'm not giving Xbox any crazy credit. I'm sitting here confused. As Xbox, I'm like in the back. You're like, listen, the door is open. Sony has literally told you, oh, thank you for the $5. Thank you for the other $5, Revolver. Appreciate the support. Also, thank you for the 25 viewers. My shit's in double digits, but I'm still got 10-year-old likes, and I'm going to jail, guys. So maybe let's not do that. Please and thank you. Companies treat gaming like broke people who live outside their means. Oh, Jesus Christ. Console war is definitely over. The console war, I feel like, has been over since like 2017, dog. No, that's not fair. I'd probably say it's been over since like 2020. 2020 has absolutely been over. You always got my digit. I want all my Xbox on Switch. I don't want to buy an Xbox ever. You got the sound and don't even play the FBI open up. Well, to be fair, the sound is not on my Stream Deck. It's on my the sound is on Discord, and I'm not in a Discord call, so that's why I didn't play. But the point I'm making is it's such a sad state of affairs we're currently in. Nintendo's transitioning through consoles. So we're not really no one's tripping on Nintendo. Plus that, there's a game that comes out this month for them, so it ain't like they ain't doing anything, right? So it's like no one's really tripping on Nintendo, right? Xbox just needs to fucking shoot the ball. I don't even like it's almost like here's the basket, right? Let me grab a trash can for example. I have the basket in my hands right here, right? Here's the fucking basket. Here's the basket, right? And shit, I don't have a ball with me. We'll just humor this. Here's a ball. Here's a fucking ball, right? Here's a ball. All they gotta do is just do this. Just let the bitch go. Just let it go. Let it go, Xbox. Damn, just let it go. And they won't do it. They won't do it. It's like sequel to a game you love on Xbox. We'll put it on the Switch. Yo, what the fuck? And Nintendo's just over here like, well, I guess we'll throw out Princess Peach. Boom, fucking make it. It's crazy. Just shoot the ball. Lifetime Switch sales in Japan, lifetime Xbox Series sales worldwide. Yo, that's terrible, dog. Terrell want to play the Peach game for sure. The Peach game isn't even like a major release. Hell, they just released that remake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong not too long ago, right? And then we got Mario, the Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door remake. It's funny, we're also in the remake hell with Nintendo too. Like, let's not get it twisted. We are in remake hell with Nintendo as well. And we're still doing better. Because at least Nintendo picked games that people will have loved for decades. And not games that have only been out for like 5 or 10 years. Fucking, what the fuck? Or games that haven't been remastered twice. Microsoft really admitted that they lost. So that's why they're doing third party. If they are good, it's not. It's not. It's more like remake heaven. That's true. That's true. That's absolutely true. But you know, for those who played those old games, it's kind of like redundant. But my point is still, Nintendo's also giving us remakes, but at least giving us remakes of games that people have not played in years or who've been asking for years. Hell, if you're in Japan, you can play Mother right now. Hell, we just got an announcement of Endless Ocean. I completely forgot what Endless Ocean was. And then I looked it back up and said, you know what? This is some niche shit. But guess what kind of title Endless Ocean is? It's a fucking AA title. And guess what that means? That means it's something that Sony will never goddamn make. Yo, what is happening? What is happening? Good is news. Neil Druckmann said he might be close to being done with making games. Oh. I mean, it's not like, look, here's my thing. I'm not really tripping on Neil Druckmann making games as much as I'm tripping on Sony putting out anything else. Like, realistically, for those in the chat, I want you to humor me real quick. Name me 10 Sony IPs that you get on a consistent basis. Name me 10. Name me 10. I need 10 IPs that you get on a consistent basis from Sony, specifically Sony. And then do the same thing with Microsoft and then see if you can do it with Nintendo. I already know the result of this, but I just want y'all to think about it for a second. Because 10 to me is enough to carry kind of a generation, right? You only get one Mario a generation most of the time. You only get one Zelda most of the time in a generation. Nintendo's been kind of reckless, but I know that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom was kind of a special case. No, we can't count Jesus Christ. I get Days Gone they make. Okay. You mean the one game you have, Retro, that came out? How long has it been since the first Days Gone, by the way? Just out of curiosity. How long has it been since Days Gone 1? Because it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. And that was a new IP. How long ago was that? That was 5 years ago. Almost 5 years ago. Days Gone came out 2019. You were at 5 years and we have not heard a goddamn thing. Who made that game? This composer, platform, Who made the game? Who was it? Ben Studio? Is Ben Studio even still a thing? I'm actually going to check because I'm curious. Is Ben Studio still a thing? And if it is, what was the last thing they made? I think it's like 3 Traders is what it looks like. Oh my God, I hate this. Oh my God, can I get an about? I hate when they do this. Just give me the game list. I don't need all this ridiculous extra shit. Days Gone is like the last thing on their site, actually. Days Gone is still the last thing they've put on their site. And that was almost 5 years ago. That's crazy. Let's see. Virtual Boy has more exclusive. All right, that's a little reckless, but that's savage. Sony has been ignoring their PS2, PS3 IPs. Ben Studios, and now all those can be emulated with the 3DS and with the 3D-On2. Days Gone did far better than Sony thought, but they still wouldn't greenlit a sequel. Why the fuck not? Last of Knack, God of Knack, Uncharted Knack, Gravity Knack Rush, Ghosts of Knack on the Horizon, Days Knack, Spider Knack, Twisted Knack. Jesus fucking Christ. Sony slash Xbox should strive to make AA games. Also, I meant to say shoot the ball into their own hoop that they're trying to defend. I goofed. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not saying they should make... Well, see, Sony's the one over here talking about how they fucking are spending too much money, right? You're talking about how you're spending too much money. Well, Toys for Bob, I'm fine with that. I'm glad they're doing their own thing, and hopefully they succeed on their own without getting, like, killed by the industry, or at least get picked up by a better company. It depends on what happens first. But it's not that Sony has to make AA game. They literally have trapped themselves into that, right? They've literally trapped themselves into if we don't make AAA games, then people aren't going to view it as the Sony quality thing, which is ridiculous because it's been proven by Nintendo you can make AA titles and be perfectly fine. The problem is, I don't think Sony would be fine with it. I don't think Sony would be proud of themselves if they can't make any AAA titles. They need to have a movie style game. They need to have a movie quality title. And I'm sitting here in the back like, what is wrong with AA titles? You think realistically people would be mad if you released Parappa Rapper, if you made a new Parappa the Rapper? You think people would be like, fuck. Look at Sony dropping the ball. You gotta put out this mediocre title. Just put the fucking game out. You'd be surprised what people would buy. Like, what? It's crazy to me. You have Sly Cooper. You still put out Ratchet and Clank games, but you can't try Sly Cooper? What's going on? Or just make some new IPs. That's the other thing. Sony's whole gimmick has been since, I would say, the end of the PS2 was, we're going to fucking go into a new generation and drop like half of our IPs and then make some new ones and do that. And I'm like, okay, oh yeah, Fat Princess. I know you're talking about retro. Although I don't think can you call her Fat Princess? Is that politically correct? Fuck them. But like what they'll do is they'll go into a new generation and we'll get like a handful of old IPs and then some new IPs. And then we'll cut off like half of the older IPs we used to have, right? And then we jump into a new system. Cool. And then you do it again. But it feels like ever since that happened with the PS3, it's gotten worse and worse. Meaning even less of your older IPs carry over and you cut off even more of your older IPs that you still had. To the point now where it's like, what are you playing? What do you got to look forward to? When Nintendo fans get a new console, people over here looking for Fire Emblem, looking for Mario, looking for Mario Kart, just Mario stuff in general, right? Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, fucking, at this point, it's weird. I don't want to count, it's weird to count Xenoblade because the point is we're expecting Monolith Soft. I'll just say that, right? We're expecting Monolith Soft. We're probably expecting something from Kirby's developer. We're expecting something from Yoshi's. And then obviously we get some surprise titles like ARMS, and at this point we also expect Splatoon, right? We always get like there's like a good mix of titles that you're low key expecting and looking forward to. When it comes to Sony, you went from looking forward to like a new Uncharted game, a new Last of Us game, to now you're looking forward to like Horizon, and then God of War and Spider-Man. And people in the back, like, what about Ghost of Tsushima, right? Now, granted, Ghost of Tsushima hasn't been that long, so I get that it might be a while for that. But also, people are like, bro, you could have shown me a teaser or something. When they released Sackboy, which was an excellent, by the way, I thought Sony was finally getting smart. They do own the IP, so one day we will get another game, so that is true. We could potentially get another Astral's Chain. Oh, wait, are you talking about for Nintendo? Yeah. Like, there are plenty of IPs that, like, Nintendo has that people can objectively look forward to. I mean, hell, we got a Paper Mario. People forget we got a Paper Mario on this fucking console. Like, the Switch had a good variety of titles, and then some weird surprise stuff, like the Mario and Rabbids collaboration, right? When it comes to Sony, you literally are just getting to the point now where it's just like, what do we got? Fuck, I think we're done with Uncharted. Okay, all right, Naughty Dog, we're done with Uncharted. You're gonna pick Infamous back up or something? Can we do that? Okay, can we get a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima? Oh my God. Okay, so we have God of War, right? Okay, cool. We have Horizon. Okay, cool. Right. Cool. I'm glad we have these things. Can we get another Killzone? Oh my God, damn it. Okay. What about something really left field? What about fuck, what's it called? It's Heavenly something. Heavenly Sword or some shit? Well, why don't you bring back Heavenly Sword? Why don't you do a remaster of Heavenly Sword? Why don't we do that? Oh my God. Can we get a Sly Cooper collection? Fuck you. What the hell is this? What was that? What was that? A medieval remake? A medieval remake. I mean, it's not the worst thing you've done. Are we gonna get like, is that gonna lead into another medieval game? God damn it. Oh my god, we can't even, why'd you even do it then? What? Oh my god, what about Ratchet and Clank? Alright, you did Ratchet and Clank, right? Okay, fine. Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank. Can we, what about a new IP? Can we get a new IP? What the fuck is that? It's in limbo, isn't it? Motherfucker. What are we doing? Can we get another Gravity Rush? Can we get another Gravity Rush game? What the hell? So you just shot that studio completely. Oh my goodness. Why does this keep happening, bro? Why does this keep happening? Sony telling everyone to buy Super Princess Peach. They need to bring back Jack and Daxter. I think they should change plans, though. They chose to remake The Last of Us over Jack and Daxter. That's absolutely insane. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will definitely sell very well in Japan. I mean, it's Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I'm not really surprised. I'm curious how much Final Fantasy VII. Let me see. This gen has been made me not want Sony to bring back any OIP because they are gonna fuck it up. Are some of the studios shutting down already? They killed some of the studios. Gravity Rush Studio doesn't even exist anymore. So that game is just dead. The game is dead. I don't even know where the IP's in hell, I think. Nintendo won all the Game Awards when they released Baten Kaito's HD Remastered Combo Pack. Retro, you just spent like a fuck ton of money. That's what happened, bro. That's all that happened with that. I think it just bothers me that this is where we're at, and we're in the beginning of the year. We're in March. And I'm already kind of done with gaming at this point, dog. We're in March. We just hit March. And I'm just over it, okay? I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to speak your piece because I feel like it's not fair to let me sit here and ramble the whole time. So those, I'm going to get in the Discord. For those who are in my server, you can join for some thoughtful discussion in the Discord right now. Yeah, but I feel like indie is becoming a coping mechanism. Like, I still want big games, you fucks. Like, do I like indie? Absolutely. But indie games at this point are just games. I mean, calling them indie almost feels like an insult in itself. They're just games. I get that they're made by original studios, but yeah. Nintendo, meanwhile, is like, we have more SMT5 and Endless Ocean 3. I know the Endless Ocean fans must have lost their shit, dog. Because no one thought that IP was coming back. I'm going to just be real about it. So I'm gonna be in the gamer chat on the stream. So let's for those who would indulge in respectful conversation about the gaming industry, let's talk. Because I feel like I don't want to pretend like I agree that the term indie has almost become offensive. Yeah, because the games have been so good lately, they might as well just be considered just a traditional game. Hey, studio. Studio go come in here on some bullshit. What's up, man?
Video games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I knew it. I hate that you were so quick with it, too. That's what made it worse. How you gonna be the first man to show up and have, like, the least investment?
What you mean, man? Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Man, did you even buy that game? Hey, Donnie. Did you even buy that game,
I'm gonna get it next week.
Oh, what? What do you... How you gonna talk about all of this? How you gonna talk about? He's been talking about this Final Fantasy and Rebirth. I'm like, bro, at this point, I almost thought you didn't have a PlayStation 5. That's how bad this shit was.
Oh wait, it's not for PS4.
I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not.
Oh shit.
I'm not doing this. Hey, Red Dragon.
Damn. No.
Listen, people sitting here thinking we need a PlayStation 5 Pro, so they can only tell you if there was a PS4 version what that would mean.
I gotta buy a PS5 to play Final Fantasy.
It's been 3 years. I feel like you should already have.
They got my ass. they got my ass.
It's the Final Fantasy that got you.
I thought it was gonna be Kingdom Hearts 4.
I thought it was gonna be.
Oh my god!
It's so terrible, bro. The question is, how many Nintendo fans will actually buy Endless Ocean? I've never heard of this series, but it looks interesting to me, and it has a 16-player online. All right, I'm hard now. Okay, Goki, relax, buddy. That was a lot.
Wow.
Okay, that was a lot. Listen, Endless Ocean is not a high tier series. My argument when it comes to games like that is that at least Nintendo gives those games a chance to make money. My problem with like the way Sony is not doing it, they're not even giving some of these titles a chance to make any money because they're just not making the games and not releasing them. So man, guys, you fucking excited? We get that Heavenly Sword sequel that no one ever wanted, and it low key could be great, but you'll never know because it never came out. These are things that just, it bothers me. We're in March and I have no reason to be excited for a PlayStation 5 at this point. Like at all. Like what the fuck?
I just asked you about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Bro, at this point.
And Helldivers 2 came out too.
Well, Helldivers 2 I've heard good things about, so I'm not gonna, but I'm just talking about as to own a Sony console and then not play any Sony games is kinda crazy to me. That's why I'm like, time to skip a gen. Damn. Stellar Blade. Oh, no. Listen. We respect Stellar Blade, okay? We respect the... Say what?
We respect it. Don't you mean we love it?
I'm trying to keep myself off the spectrum of people.
Bro,
God.
I keep forgetting that you just played Final Fantasy VII like a year ago.
No, it's been a couple years.
On Twitch?
Yeah, it was on Twitch.
Like 2 years ago? Couldn't have been that long.
No, it's been a while. It's been like
more than 3 years.
Yeah, it's been like
at least 3 years.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Well, you played it recently, which is why you don't have the investment that I have. I got that game when I was 6.
Listen, I understand. Listen, I'm not mad at the investment for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, okay? I just don't give a fuck. like respectfully.
Yeah, he already played Crisis Core too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't have the emotional investment of having it when it first came out, so of course you wouldn't care.
Studio.
I freaking Tifa in a bikini.
Wait, what? Red Dragon?
You didn't want to see Tifa in a bikini or what?
Oh,
With no jiggles?
Oh Lord, this is what happens, bro. We need
all that stiff animation.
Oh my God, Donnie's a man of culture. If you ruin his culture, it's over.
Wait, why is stiff animation?
Too going to our jiggle physics.
The lack of jiggle physics is ruined.
Yeah, it looks ass.
And Tifa, speaking of no ass, where the hell is Tifa's ass at? All right, this is terrible. This is how I know. Oh Jesus Christ! Also,
hater alert.
Revolver. Ooh, I've heard a lot of people say Final Fantasy VI over Final Fantasy VII. Revolver, you just want some Pokemon hate, bro. Like I can't do that all the time. Can't
even name a character off Final Fantasy VI.
Terra.
Who? From Kingdom Hearts?
Oh fuck you, bitch.
Okay, besides Terra,
I'm so sick of your shit. That was so. What about Sabin? Fuck you. We suplexing trains in this bitch. Fuck all y'all. Or fucking, what is it? Celeste, I believe I think is how you pronounce her name. Again,
might as well just say Goku at this point.
Oh my God. I feel like people don't want to give other Final Fantasy games. Listen, I think everyone recognizes the impact that 7 had. But I feel like people think that 7 is the greatest game because of it. That's not how that works, okay?
It is the greatest.
You know, it's
but I like 9 and 10.
Do you like 9 and 10 more?
Of course not. They aren't as good.
Oh my God. Have you ever heard?
That's why he's capping. He's pretty much coping.
Oh no. Game companies have a bad habit of not creating nice asses. Jesus Christ. Have you heard of the PS4 version of Unicorn Overlord is digital only while the Xbox Series, Switch, and PS5 have the physical versions? I mean, that's not really surprising. Technically, the fact that the PS4 is still getting games in 2024 is hilarious. But the PS3 got games until fucking, what was it, 2017? 2018? It got games for like...
It was a little earlier than that. I mean, it was still.
No, because Persona, I don't know if Persona 5 was the last game, but it was one of the last games.
Yeah, Persona 5. Persona 5 was the last PS3 game. Yeah.
So like the Sony consoles have this weird thing where they come out and their new consoles will come out and they still sell their old consoles like for a while. There are games that still come out on those old consoles for a while. It happened with the PS2, happened with the PS3s, currently happening with the PS4, probably happened with the PS5, but I'd be curious to what degree, considering they're over here talking about PS6s and you're not even halfway through your generation, realistically. We're like we're like 3 years and some months.
Yeah, almost gonna be 4 years. Well, it's gonna be 4 years by the time it's November. But,
Yeah, that's why I say like 3 years and some months. I knew better.
Yeah, so I mean, like they kind of are at the halfway point.
But like, still, you can't be talking about
What's
that.
half of 7?
Say what?
What's half of 7?
3.5.
Yeah, that's why they said they're halfway. Apparently, they want to go for the 7-year life cycle for the PS5.
I don't understand how they're gonna say that, and we're currently in a year that has like nothing in it.
Yeah,
I mean, Sony's been relying a lot on second party and third party exclusives.
What second party?
Yeah, but it's third party. You mean third party? I could, if you had just said
they
third
only
party, I would
want
have
the PS5
respected.
the last 7 years.
Yeah, I mean that's what the PS4 did, and that's what the PS3 did, about 7 years.
Oh wow!
So I think that's what they're going for. The problem is
It's crazy. It's crazy because the PS5 has been out for what 3.5 years.
going almost 3.5, almost.
Yeah, and it's like they literally haven't come out with anything. That's wild. Are they just gonna drop? Are they just gonna drop everything the last year and go out with a bang?
Bruh, think about it, even last year only had one major title. You only had Spider-Man 2. That was like the only major title that came out.
Yeah, like I remember legitimately being hyped to get a PS5, and then I was like, all right, I'm just wait till like something I like comes out, and nothing came out.
Yo!
Like I'm literally like it took 3.5 years for Final Fantasy to come out. Like this is the only reason I'm buying a PS5 now.
And it's not even a PlayStation game. It's just hey, it's a game I can play on the PS5 or only the PS5.
Yeah.
Even though you played the first one on what, the PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the part that fucks me up. I'm like, bro, we are too far into a generation for y'all to like not have shit. Like if you start off slow, that's a different story. But God says you had at least Horizon and God of War Ragnarok in the same year, the year prior. And 2022 was a better year. It feels like the years have gotten worse. How you go from a couple of new titles to like one new title to like no new title?
All the money went into the console itself instead of like games that actually make.
That's the other thing. You just released. Remember, they just released a Slim. They released a Slim not too long ago, and a Portal for PS5.
I did. Bet I'm gonna get that.
No, you don't. Don't do that.
I thought the Slim version was always better than the. Original.
Oh no. The Slim. Yeah, the Slim's fine. But I'm talking about.
I mean, the Portal's doing pretty well, though. At least what I hear.
The what?
The Portal.
The Portal?
Look, Donnie, I need you to relax. Donnie's like, who in the fuck?
I got a Rule 34 PS5 now. See what comes up.
Oh my! Don't do that. You see?
There's a PS5 Chan, so he's not off base.
I mean, there's a Chan for all of them. There was a Chan for all of them for the long. Well, I remember when that
Switch dog.
All right, that one was adorable until titties, and then it became less about adorableness and became more about you're going to jail. But
wait, what was adorable?
The Switch dog. They used to the Switch Joy-Con thing made it look like it was a dog face, and then people would turn it into a dog, and then the dog got titties, and then it became like,
damn.
Yeah, that's about how he put it. Ain't no way that guy said the Portal. Listen, Revolver. He didn't know better. Okay, so I thought you love Dad of War. No, listen. I played the first one off of a recommendation, and it was mediocre. I think it has okay combat, but that camera is not justified. That camera was like the sole thing that made me go, you just thought you had a vision and the vision was bad because you had one eye open because this is fucking stupid. How you gonna make a fucking 3D action game where one, my character can't jump? I will never, ever approve of that shit, okay? Fucking people, that's the one thing about certain games that drive me nuts. Motherfuckers all about, well, it's about the experience. Bro, I can't jump in the game, bitch. What are you talking about? I can't even jump over a ledge. Imagine being the god of war and not being able to hop over a fucking ledge normally. I gotta hit the fucking control stick and hope it's something I'm supposed to hop over. And then, there's like a slight ledge that goes up to like my bottom of my ankle. Fuck, I'm just screwed. I guess I'm not walking over that bitch. No, that design always irks me. And then the camera thing just made it worse. And then what did they do for the sequel? They got rid of the fucking camera. They fixed that dumbass camera that no one liked. Oh my god. That camera was still one of the dumbest decisions. God of bald. Kratos has always been bald, Revolver. I mean, we ain't out here hating on people's hairlines now. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's bald because he doesn't have to worry about a receding hairline.
Exactly. He if anything, he skipped the process. He beat the
Talking
system.
about Kratos?
Yeah.
Now, Kratos pulled the Kobe Bryant where he intentionally cut his hair off, and then like he kept making it shorter and shorter intentionally, and then 10 years later, like, wait a minute, this man is bald.
He tricked people.
Sometimes you got to get ahead of it. I thought it was a choice. This man's been bald for 4 years.
I thought it was a stylistic choice. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Like the sweat was on his hairline. Oh, wait a minute. That's just a little far back than I remember. Wait a minute.
Oh no. It's funny that Kratos can't jump in Data War, but in the cutscenes he's leaping at enemies. Yeah. See, well, that's that whole disconnect between the cutscene and the gameplay. Where I can do a bunch of cool shit in the cutscene, but when the gameplay cuts on, you can do like none of it. But we can't do nothing about that. That's just the nature of the situation. At this point, we're just in a position that we have to accept that fucking Sony ain't shit, like low key. I went and tried to find the article that specifically mentions the ones. So just make sure I got the information right. Sony Interactive Entertainment will lay off about 900 employees across the globe, or about 8% of its total workforce, the company announced. The London studio, which was developing an online cooperative combat game set in fantasy London for the PS5, will also close its entirety as a result of layoffs. So we also lost the game, by the way, that we never got to see or know nothing about. Insomniac Game is losing people. Naughty Dog is losing people. Guerrilla Game is losing people. Fire Sprite is losing people. And we're losing a London studio that has a game that we'll never see. Which just
let's be real here. London Studios wasn't really a good studio.
What, you talking about? What, the London one? Fire Sprite, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, London Studio.
I mean, you can't say it wasn't good. I mean, my thing is this. You know, the kicker is they only had that studio for 2 years. They bought
They made games. They made games for PlayStation. It's just that Sony acquired them just recently, but they made games for PlayStation.
So let me get this straight.
Years.
They were like an unofficial third party, like one of those kind of like what I guess you could say kind of what like Sega is, where Sega isn't really a Nintendo second party, but they put out a lot of games on the company, and then eventually, at least in this studio's situation, they were bought. And then they were bought, and they were a part of the PlayStation family for 2 years, and then died.
Yeah, basically, because they worked on games since the PS2 era.
What games did they even get the chance to put out? Is my question.
They made those. You know the iToy that PlayStation.
Oh, they got relegated to that. That's what they got relegated to.
Yeah, that's basically what they were doing. That's all they were doing.
That's trash. Imagine getting acquired and then fucking getting...
Yeah, that iToy shit and VR, and that was it.
But what about the VR 2, guys? Now, who's going to make games to the VR 2?
Ew.
I'm not saying, yeah, but I'm not saying that. Oh, I mean, I don't. I do feel bad for the people who lost their jobs. And got there, Dottie.
He caught that man lacking. He caught him lacking. Go ahead, Redrick. What were you saying?
Yeah, like I said, I feel kind of bad for the people who lost their jobs, but I'm gonna be like realistic here. London Studios didn't really make much for PlayStation, like at least outside the iToy and VR shit. What I mean, like they never made anything like outstanding.
I get it. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I would rather have more developers than less. Also, thank you Jay Takashi for the $5. Terrell, I've been following you since the Cloud Village days. Glad to see you're doing fine. Hope to see you in the stream with you one day. Hope you name your favorite Pokemon. It's Heracross. It's Heracross.
The Cloud Village days. You mean the one day you was there?
Studio. That's not the...
This man Terrell uploaded once on the Cloud Village and then just peaced out. I remember that Hinata gameplay video.
At least I make
real ones remember that. Me and this dude are the only people who remember that shit.
At least I uploaded something. God damn it! Okay,
man, I would listen to all those little podcasts like that. Damn, Terrell ain't this one either. He must be in the next one. 3 months later.
No, these motherfuckers were trying to do this shit in the middle of the night when like motherfuckers have responsibilities and shit. Like, what is that? Like, what the fuck? That and because of the whole other saga. And don't even bring up Uber Black Man, Goki. You don't understand that saga. That saga was Uber trying to be a part of something, but being too fucking lazy to do anything.
The Uber Cloud.
Yeah, Uber Cloud is like one of the worst things. Also, I was cool with Larry. Well, no, we were cool. I don't think me and Larry ever fell out, at least not to my knowledge. So yeah, we were good. Fucking Uber was just an inconsistent ass motherfucker. Like that's just be real about it.
You weren't even in the Cloud Village Bridge series.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
But it was funny.
Don't look him up, Revolver. He's happily married and living his life right now.
Who's married?
Uber Black Man.
Oh yeah.
He's married and I think he has a child. I believe he has a child. That man finally grew up. It took him a while, but he finally got his shit together. Well, at least as an adult. I don't know about content creator. That wasn't gonna go nowhere anyway. that was a dead saga. Okay, we respect his contributions to Crumb anime side shit. Oh, that's the other thing I want to bring up. Fucking Crunchyroll over here taking over the American anime industry, and then jacking up the price of fucking their service. Let me go find that news article real quick. Hold up.
They finessed y'all boys.
No, so I knew this was gonna happen. The moment I found out that Sony bought Funimation and Sony bought Crunchyroll, not at the same time, but like in a period of time together, right? And because of that, I had to recognize that what was gonna happen is that essentially that means they now have a major monopoly on the American anime industry. People keep talking about Netflix and Amazon. Don't bring that dumb shit up to me. You know why? Because people don't get Netflix and Amazon for anime, okay? Netflix is currently in the business of rebooting a bunch of like remaking a bunch of shows and shit. Like, that's not the same thing. Amazon's been kind of messing with anime for like years, but never really takes it to the next level, okay? Then you can bring up Hulu, same thing, and then you got something like High Dive. No.
Oh, speaking of Netflix, they're making a new Fairly Odd Parents series.
I thought they already had it with the black girl.
Yeah. Oh, is it already out?
I'm pretty sure I've seen like clips of it already.
Oh shit!
It's literally just Fairly Odd Parents, but like black girl. Like and it's also in like 3D. I think it's like a. I think it's like 3D animation. It's not.
The fuck after the Timmy Turner though.
I didn't go that deep into it. Okay, so I found it. So amidst the rumors of Crunchyroll's price change for subscribers, Crunchyroll told Anime News Network Thursday has no announcements about price changes this time. The company clarified that some people will experience the price changes if they're switching from a Funimation only subscription. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's more based on. It's based on
Funimation.
if you still had your Funimation account, because you could technically. So when Funimation and Crunchyroll were both bought by Sony, Funimation's site was still allowed to exist in the way that it did, even though realistically all Crunchyroll was slowly doing was migrating Funimation's library over to Crunchyroll. I think most of it's already been transitioned over, if not all of it.
Most of it.
And I guess the conversation is that if you're going from, if you've only been using Funimation, because Funimation's site was still usable, they're essentially going to get rid of Funimation's site completely in April. And after that, you're going to have to essentially go over to Crunchyroll. And when you do that, you're going to spend some more money. Because Crunchyroll's subscription was already more expensive than Funimation's, particularly because Crunchyroll had a bigger like catalog of titles in the first place. I never was happy about this shit because the American animation industry has always had its problems, and now it's worse because you've essentially consolidated it into like a couple of companies. I mean, for God's sakes, the site I used to buy my DVDs and Blu-rays off of has been eaten by Crunchyroll. Right Stuff is just dead. It's just, you go to the Crunchyroll store, which I haven't bought anything from that store yet. I meant to see what the experience is like, but I still haven't done that.
I did that. I already done it already.
How is it? How was it?
It's kind of the same as Rice Stuff.
I think all they did was just bought the company. I think that's all they done.
Yeah, that's basic. That's all they did was just buy the company. It's still the same packaging.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Packaging.
Which, by the way, for those of you who've seen some of my like fuck Aniplex videos, that's probably gonna be a thing for a while now. I'm not letting that go. Aniplex.
Yeah. So anyone.
Aniplex is still dog shit, and I hate what they've done to certain titles that I can't get access to anymore because you didn't buy their DVD collections before Aniplex decided to reclaim all that shit. So that's why I said if you're a Fullmetal Alchemist fan and you didn't get them box sets for Funimation, you better get your ass whooped on these fucking Blu-rays.
Oh yeah, Terrell.
What?
Yeah, I'm trying to explain how the Crunchyroll store kind of works because you still got a Crunchyroll membership, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you get like a discount there. Like you get like a discount for being like.
Yeah, I saw.
You get like a more of a discount for the higher tier you are. The more of a discount you get.
I was out for a bit. What I miss?
We're talking about the Crunchyroll.
I'm Crunchyroll and how everybody who owns digital copies of animes are kind of fucked for Funimation.
Yeah, I'm just saying that when you order from Crunchyroll, if the higher the tier of your membership, like from like you watch anime, the higher the tier, the more discount you get.
I didn't even look to see I forgot what are the tiers because it's been so long.
I think that the regular one was like $8, and the ultimate fan is like $10, and the ultimate fan is like I think like $10 or $11.
Let me.
Yeah, it's like $7.99, $9.99, and $14.99.
I think I have the $9.99 currently.
So mega fan.
$7.99 one, so I'm just the normal premium.
Yeah, I just haven't bought anything from their site yet. Also, because a lot of the titles I can't even get to. Like one of the things, I think someone in the chat reminded me that apparently you can't even buy Sekiro anymore, and I was like, bro, what? That serious? The fact that we got into the point where a lot of these things.
I mean, the anime or the manga?
The anime. I know you can buy the manga.
Oh.
Yeah. I knew. I know the manga is still available because the manga came out is more recent than the anime. The anime has been out since like 2009, 2010 or some shit, and then and they lost the license to it, so you can't buy it anymore. Nobody has the license Sekiro. You can't even watch that bitch legally. And I hate that we're getting back to that. We're looping back into these shows that you probably watched on Crunchyroll or Funimation. Yeah, them bitches, you're going to go back into the illegal sites again. I'm like, guys, just keep the fucking license. Like,
some of them you can't. Some of them you can't say set on Sentai Filmworks shit. Like, of course, High Dive's going to get that shit.
Well, I'm fine. Like, I get that. I get that High Dive is going to get certain things, right? But like, even within the shows that they get, they don't keep the licenses for like more than like a couple of years. It feels like 5 years is like the standard.
Or they get like weird and consistent, like when Sentai, yeah, when Crunchyroll moved like most of their Sentai film works or their Sentai stuff, like what was it? Snafu. They removed the first 2 seasons, but it still has the third. Like the third season's still on there.
Yeah, because they still have the
because
street.
Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll, the one who licensed it in the first. So they share that
Crunchyroll, I think Crunchyroll also still has the streaming license. I keep forgetting that there's. You have to
they still own
remind
the
people,
streaming.
for those who know, like there's different licenses you can get.
Yeah, it's the streaming license that they still own.
So they still have the streaming license for Snafu season 3, but if you want to watch the other ones, like Dura for some weird reason, Dura is just gone from Crunchyroll, and I think Dura was originally from Aniplex. Like Aniplex just went ahead and did that one, which is fine, cool, whatever. But the only place you can watch it currently is Hulu. And I'm like, why is it just on Hulu? It's not on anything else but Hulu.
I mean, it's a little weird because I mean, Sony owns Aniplex too, so it's a little
Yeah. Which is why I don't like the Aniplex has these overpriced fucking box sets. And you own 3 companies that sell shit at different rates. Like, bitch, just fucking sell them like normal prices. Who the fuck's out here trying to own? That's like, hey guys, you know Gurren Lagann, right? Yeah. How about you spend $120 for like half of it? What?
I think how Aniplex works is that they do the import stuff, like Crunchyroll just do the English stuff.
No,
English
I'm not giving them that luxury. And the reason why I'm not giving them that luxury is because their bot sets, although some of them are kind of premium, you're not even dubbing some of them. Like fucking what do I have from them?
Doubling them, they're just importing them and put subtitles on them. That's all
Bitch,
they do.
I can't even get the original Bakemonogatari series right now. And that bitch has been $150 for years. That series literally has never gone down in price. Bitch, that shit wasn't even on sale. I'm like, you can't even put this shit on sale? Like right now, if you want to buy the second season of the anime, which, by the way, because you can't buy the first season, this is from, let me make sure. This is from like years. Like it's been probably almost a decade since that second season came out. This bitch is $219. And that's with my discount. What it actually is $269. And I'm like, bitch, just release them like a normal person. Why are we out here doing these premium boxes? How many episodes is it? 28. 28 fucking episodes I can't get for less than $100? And physical media is already dying. So why in the fuck am I spending this much? I go to Fate Stay series. Remember Fate Stay Night, Limited Blade Works, which visually was like a fucking masterpiece, right? How much is that? Let's see. Fucking, if you got the discount, it's $189. If you don't have the discount, it's $240. Why are we still spending this much? How long was this series? This series was fucking 25? Yeah, 25 episodes.
I mean, that's Aniplex, though. They overcharge everything.
That's the problem. It's fucking Aniplex.
Yeah,
Aniplex is like the only company that still does this.
They know people will buy it, so they keep doing it.
I mean, you're buying an import version. That's all you're doing.
Also, to put this in context, the Fate Stay Night, the original series, not the new stuff, that old anime with the whole people die when they are killed, right? That bitch is still going for $60 with a discount or $80 if you don't have the discount.
I mean, that's Sentai Filmworks, so they're the ones who have that license.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That just makes me angry. And if they want me to choke somebody, I'll fucking do it. But like, I'd rather not be in that position. Realistically, I'm just. It annoys me because this is my only option. Like, realistically, if I want to own a physical copy of some of these things, this is it. And there are things I have in my collection from not even that long ago. Like when they released the Zatch Bell collection, they released all the dub episodes on one box set. You can't even buy that anymore.
You know who's got to cast that spell.
See, this is someone he's cultured. But the point I'm making is that collection isn't that old. I remember.
Catch them hands, huh?
Huh? What'd you say, Donnie?
Oh, you're gonna catch them hands?
Oh my god, bro, relax. But the point I'm making is you can't even buy that collection anymore. That collection's just gone. And that game, and that bitch, and now I think it goes for like hundreds of dollars because it's so fucking rare.
I think that's not a weird thing. Is the American industry is that the American anime industry is like once it's there, you have to buy it right away, or else you're never gonna buy it again.
unless it's a major popular series like Attack on Titan, you could probably buy for the next like decade and be fine, right?
Yeah,
But
that
Naruto, One Piece, fucking Bleach, those are shows that I think will always be like in stock. But man, you turn around and you try to get yourself something like fucking. I'm over here looking at Monster Musume, which is also not that old. Fucking Blu-ray is just out of stock. You just can't buy that. And I have the fucking titty collection, the one that's like in the big ass. I call it that. I call it that because the box is literally breasts. But
Wow, sounds like what they did with Senran Kagura too, Deep Crimson, the Double D edition.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was actually a good joke. I like that joke. I like that joke a lot.
The Double D.
It's a quality comedy, bro. Like even like right now, I'm curious. Can I buy Cowboy Bebop? How much is Cowboy Bebop? I haven't looked at Cowboy Bebop in a high minute. I'm just curious because it's been a minute. Can I buy Cowboy Bebop right now? And if I can, how much is it? Let's see. I got a bunch of figures. Okay, all right. Cowboy Bebop's still on sale. That's $43. I'm fine with that. It's the 25th anniversary one. That's fine. But some of these titles you just can't get anymore, which is fucking stupid. It literally has to be a series that has kept its notoriety for years. And I guess in some ways that just means if it's a mediocre series, it's not going to last.
I mean, like a Discotech Media just now trying to do a test water on Reborn, on Hitman Reborn.
Yeah, the Reborn has gone through a weird phase in the States. I'm not even going to bullshit you.
Now that you're releasing a dub, like they only.
It was technically just the weird thing is it's essentially a fan dub. It's not even like.
Yeah, it's a
fan dub with like professional voice actors that people fuck with, and it's only like certain episodes, right? It's not even the whole like
certain episodes.
Certain episodes.
I think it was like it's fan picked episodes you can get.
Yeah, I think they said that it's only a test run to see how well it does. If they do it well, they can.
No, they said they wouldn't do a dub because it's too long for them to dub it.
Yeah.
What, Gintama?
No, Reborn.
But
Oh yeah, anybody trying to watch that?
Reborn's what, 201?
Yeah, 200. 200. I think like 220.
Is it 200? I know it's in the 200s. I didn't know where. It's probably the same round Gintama. Gintama at least got an arc dubbed. Which, can you even...
In the movie.
Yeah, in the movie. Well, we don't talk about the movies, though. The movie dub wasn't good.
Yeah, they, I think Reborn, the only chance that ever gets dubbed is if they remake it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they finish up the series. Or at least they finish up the...
Can you remember?
At this point, nobody would remember what happened before it, so they'd probably just reanimate the whole thing.
That would probably make the most sense anyway. Also, in Gintama, I don't even see the fucking... You can't even... Oh, no, you can still... Oh, wait, you can't... It's weird. Oh, never mind. You can't buy it anymore. Gintama, you can't even buy the Blu-ray, the DVDs or Blu-ray for the seasons they did release. That shit's just gone.
Damn.
The only thing you can buy right now is the movie. The Gintama, the very final. That's it. And that's like $20. And some of the volumes. Some of the volumes you can buy.
I mean, but then again, Viz Media will also with manga, too. It's like freaking... Like, they will go out of print if you don't buy them.
Oh, yeah. I've learned... That's why I had to make a rule and only pick up shows I cared about. Because when it comes to like manga, just buying a bunch of shit is just not, one, it's just not financially feasible as an adult, and then two, if you're not completely consistently on top of it, it's gonna get your ass whooped. I had to take a break from buying the One Piece anime and manga. One, because the One Piece anime has a lot of fucking issues, and the other issue is that the One Piece manga. It's just one of those things. Both of those usually will stay in print. I cannot imagine, especially now, I'm not worried about One Piece going out of print. So I was like, I can take a break on that shit. But like Black Clover, I'm probably gonna consistently get back on that. Luckily, I've already bought Tokyo Mew Mew and fucking Sekirei and a couple other major series. But like I am picking and choosing my fights on that. And then I still have a couple of. major releases.
I mean, Black Clover, I don't think it's gonna go out of print for a long minute.
Nah, I'm not that confident in that realistically. Okay. Hell, I
It's
need.
not like freaking It's not like Siren. I mean, like, come on, Black Clover.
Well, I
is
mean,
Siren.
oh, that's right. I still have. I think I have copies of Siren still. I think. I haven't checked in a while. I do remember buying Siren copies. I just don't know if they're still in my possessions. I did sell some stuff, but yeah, fucking. It's if you are an American anime fan, and granted, we're also in the era now where people don't want to buy physical media in general anyway. Like, if we're gonna be 100% fair here, no one even gives a fuck about like physical media. That's the reason why, like, I think Best Buy recently announced they don't even have any more. You can't even buy DVDs in Best Buy anymore. Not inside the stores. They've just gotten rid of that DVD section, which is weird. I got to see that bitch slowly go from like 2 or 4 rows to like 2 to 1 row to like a half a row to like a third of a row. And now it's just TVs over there. You just got these long, which is crazy to me. How you got all these TVs, but you ain't got no fucking DVD or Blu-rays? And I get why, because everyone's streaming every fucking thing, right? You're streaming Crunchyroll, Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix. I get it, Terrell. Don't forget, Sony says you don't own your digital copy of games. They also say you don't own your digital copy of anime either. So, I mean, there ain't no fucking difference with that. Unfortunately, that's another fuck Sony situation because they have a monopoly in their asset maintaining shit. Fucking sucks. Absolutely trash.
I mean, Terrell, did you hear that Octopath Traveler, the first one, got delisted on Nintendo Switch?
Oh, that's an error.
Oh, was an error? Because I saw
Yeah.
that, and then I saw that the developer changed. No, the publisher changed from Nintendo to Square. So I don't know what happened with that situation, but I did see that earlier, bro. It's like impossible to buy a PS Portal. Jay Spinner, you don't need a PS Portal ever.
Yeah, you'd be better buying a toilet paper than that.
I don't understand what people are buying these things for. Realistically,
Paperweight.
there's no way you're spending $200 for a paperweight, dog.
Hey, people spent $500 for a PS5, so
I mean, the Portal, what I hear is like it's actually a pretty good, it's a pretty good like piece of tech at least. I hear.
How? It's a tablet with a DualShock. Was it 5? Cut in half.
yeah.
It's not
That's all.
like it's if you're calling it a compressive piece of tech is essentially saying the DualShock 5 is a compressive piece of tech. Which, granted, I've heard nothing but good things about the DualShock 5. But my point is, it's not really the Portal's Pro. That's more of like the PS5 controller is just a good
When
controller.
you have 2 kids controlling the TV. Oh, you know, Pina, most people could have said that about the Wii U, but if they're gonna suck Sony's dick for that, then I don't know.
Well, you know, hypocrisy is kind of a part of the gaming community experience. Let's be real here. It wouldn't be the gaming community if we weren't out here with a little bit of hypocrisy, now would we? We don't play that fucking like being fair and honest about our critiques and criticisms. You think we don't acknowledge our own hypocrisy, man? Fuck all that, dog. At this point, I just accept it is what it is. But fucking, yeah, Sony fucked up my anime industry and it's fucking up my gaming industry. And now, in Pokemon at least put out Legends games. I guess that's not as bad as what I thought we were gonna get. So, woo! What's the next game release? Is it Peach? Is Peach the next game release we're looking forward to here? I feel like that's like that's the next game.
That is, that is the next game.
Because was it Stellar Blade and Ronin both come out in April, right?
No. Roman comes out the end of March of this month, and Stellar Blade comes out.
Stellar Blade is April. Okay. Let me go listen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And some people were looking forward to Unicorn Overlord until some of the garbage happened.
What, you want to explain?
Localization garbage. That's what.
I feel like you. Every time you talk about it, it always turns into
like localization.
Yeah, he sounds like he's a fucking villain. Like, what's going on, dog?
Yeah, and I can't wait to say the same thing for Probably FF7 again, but I'll have to wait and see on that.
Oh, so you can't officially say it, but you very much
Yeah.
want to say it now.
Yeah.
You're like the white dude with the N-word pass. This is what you feel like, low key. Fucking, is I'm gonna get it off, but I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting to the perfect moment.
Well,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, I'm actually checking Amazon record. I'm just curious. Let's see. Not coming soon. I wanted to see best selling. What the fuck? Fuck it. We'll do coming soon. Fuck it. I don't care. I just want to see. So, Bethesda Fallout Special Anthology Edition.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Stellar Blade. Yeah, April 29th. Unicorn Overlord. Why is this 120? This must be the collector. Yeah, it is the collector's edition. WWE 2K24 comes out March 5th. What? I think I forget that this bitch exists all the time.
You forget that wrestling and games exist every fucking year.
I don't. Wrestling isn't talked about as much as like FIFA or NBA. I'm gonna be real with you. And
Last time people really talked about it was that one Switch game at launch. That was pretty bad.
oh, the one
That
that,
one 2K1.
Oh yeah, the one that was like absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, Ronin's March 22nd. Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2. That's what I forgot about. Guilty Gear Strive. Sea of Stars, NBA The Show, we don't care. Oh, the South Park game. I was wondering when the fuck this comes out because I keep seeing fucking commercials on it and I forget when it actually comes out. Dragon's Dogma, Alone in the Dark. What's up, Marvel Senpai?
What up?
Listen, man, we over here discussing. I feel like that was delayed as fuck, Donnie, but fine. Fuck, that distracted the shit out of me. What the fuck? God damn it. We're discussing video games on the YouTube streams. What we do out here. Oh, that's right. The Demon Slayer board game comes out next month.
Oh my god. Really?
Oh,
I forgot about this.
forgot about that.
I forgot that. I didn't know it came out that soon. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Sweep the Board. Comes out April 26th for the Nintendo Switch. Is that only on Switch, by the way? I have yet to. I don't see another copy. I don't see another copy of it. That's what I'm asking. I don't understand why. I'm so tired. Can we get good anime games again? Can that be a thing, like at all?
No.
Yes. No, not
Dog, like I used to be excited. Like, oh look, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Finish your J stars and go to bed.
No.
Oh yeah.
No. See, no. What we need is Jump Force 2.
No.
And that'll fix everything.
No. I think the developer went out of business anyway. Fuck that shit.
No, the devs are fine because it's dimps. So
it is Dimps. Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
I'm just saying, no, Matt. We can't talk about Senran Kagura's dead, unfortunately, and I hate to acknowledge that, but I think we're that's over.
Yeah, the only way it's alive is through a mobile game that has lore that we'll never get here.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to bring that up anymore. It makes me sad. I'm just real quick, just to properly address our anime games. How you got all these shows? Chainsaw Man, fucking Attack on Titan just finished. Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach. It's had its resurgence with its new anime. All these anime that people want to keep talking about. So excited about. Demon Slayer Party board game. Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Studio in the back. Yeah. Exactly what I wanted. Where's my One Justice 3, baby?
Sounds like a lot of hoopla. Hoopla.
I'm so sad. What about that Jujutsu Kaisen game, guys? Come on, man. That was quality.
Hey.
It wasn't.
Oh my god.
It wasn't at all, y'all. How did y'all fuck up a game? How you have this whole series season 2 come out hype as fuck? Everybody and their mama like, yeah, this game is great. I mean, this series is great. I'm so excited. Fucking Shibuya Arc is it. Da-da-da-da. Shitty ass game. Shitty ass game. That was free money.
Hey man, wait till the game comes out with the Shibuya Arc DLC.
Bro, it was free money. That's what fucks me up. the way they used to do it, you get these crazy arcs in like Naruto or in Dragon Ball, new Budokai game, new Ultimate Ninja game. Let's fucking go. Great shit. We spend money, everyone's happy, right? Now it's like, man, you know, fucking Jujutsu Kaisen's out here killing it. Let's put out a mediocre tie-in game. What? Nothing. Shit. How much money did we lose? A lot?
Yeah.
So what?
No. I was off about Jump Force. That was Spike Chunsoft. Yeah.
Oh, Spike Chunsoft. I haven't heard of Spike Chunsoft in a hot minute.
They still make games.
I know they do.
Yeah.
I just don't play them anymore because, you know, we don't get quality. We need Power Warriors
I mean,
5. Listen,
Did you?
listen. I'm tired of Power Warriors, respectfully, okay? Power Warriors could be in the background. I'm not taking Power Warriors as a main game seriously anymore because I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out on that gameplay. All right, I played a lot of those bitches during the PS3 era and a little bit of like the early Switch era. I'm done with Warrior games for a hot. You gotta be a unique ass Warrior game to get me reinvested. Okay,
Well, when was the last Warrior game you played?
Power Warriors 4
Oh God.
because
No wonder you
Tyrone.
burnt out.
I think Tyrone bought it for me. I didn't buy it because I knew better. So yeah, I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out on Power Warriors. I'm burnt out on Warrior titles in general. So yeah, I don't need none of that shit. Then we need to make a Naruto Warriors game. Relax. No, ever no.
That would work out.
You know what? I need. I need Uzumaki. I need a
Yeah.
Uzumaki Chronicles 3. That's what I need. God damn it.
We don't need any more arena fighters.
Senpai's in the back. Don't fucking do it. Senpai,
We
Don't do it
any
anyway.
more of that
Senpai got the Glock out.
So you
don't want
mean
any
tell me
more
you're not
fighters.
excited for Hunter x Hunter arena
No,
fight?
because I haven't. Because every other title I've been getting in the last
Here's the
decade.
thing, though.
What?
That Hunter x Hunter game is being done by the devs that worked on Pikmin 4.
We do not need it.
And plus, it's not going to be an arena fighter.
We do not need it.
I'm gonna have to see the game. Listen, my rule now with anime titles is I need to see substantial footage before I will justify any hype. Okay, you're not gonna just get me excited on these fucking titles because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, respectfully,
Yeah, respect the Clash of Ninja devs.
I
That's all
respect the
have to
Clash
say.
of Ninja devs, but I've also seen plenty of titles come out and be dog shit for a while. When's the last time we had a good anime game, Donnie? In your opinion, when's the last time we had a good anime game?
When's the last time? Oh,
Yeah.
let me think about that.
Oh,
Depends on what anime.
Good.
I don't any.
Fighter Z.
That
Kakarot
one
is not a half bad game.
If
Hey,
you
what?
Kakarot,
Huh?
really.
Oh,
yeah. Especially with
Oh.
some of the later updates with the trunk stuff, and even the world tournament. Yeah, it's not half bad. So I'd say just Kakarot. So it's been a long while.
Can we stop the Dragon Ball games? Can we shoot these people that keep making them?
They're not gonna stop making them.
No, shoot the people who keep buying them.
Yeah, but I say I think it's more about the buyers than it is about the
Anybody,
stuff.
just stop it.
Yeah.
It's a pandemic of
can't-
mediocrity.
It's a pandemic of
disappoint
mediocrity.
the Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
You
he
can't
says it's a pandemic.
In the streets every year. It's the same shit. How many times are we gonna kill Raditz?
We're at like
How
what,
many times are we gonna watch
Over
a young
and
chick
over.
get hold in the first?
we're at
2
least
seconds.
50 times in, I think, at this point. At least 50.
Yeah,
When-
but you
when
can't
can we just
disappoint the
stop it?
Dragon Ball fans.
Yeah, especially
Fuck
when you
'em.
finally got anime music in the game.
I don't know why that took as long as it did, by the way. But it's not even the point. My point is Dragon Ball still sells, like really. I mean that like realistically, they're not gonna stop if they're still making money. Plus that we got the Daima series coming out. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a game around that too.
Oh yeah, not Baby
Probably
Ball
not.
Z.
Remember,
Burn
Super
it
they
to the
got a
ground.
game.
All of them.
Oh no, we're gonna get a game for like the Switch or the DS or something.
No, we since
The
Super didn't get
DS.
a
I like that he said the DS. In
Old ass
2025,
man.
on the 2025,
The DS.
we gonna get a DS Dragon Ball game.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Old
Captain
as
Tsubasa. Yeah, that was one of the.
What about
pretty good
Grand Blue
anime
Fantasy Relink Dragon Ball?
Oh, yeah, it
seems
did
to be
release.
the only anime series.
games? Grand
that's-
Blue, localized, cooked.
Oh God, stop it! I know, we know. A Dragon Ball as a Dragon Ball fan, I don't appreciate the disrespect, boy. Listen, we get a lot of Dragon Ball stuff, like a lot. It's an unnecessary amount of Dragon Ball we get.
You can't tell me you're still happy playing the same damn game.
I don't know. Talk to the Naruto Storm fans and their AI voice acting.
It might be cut from the same
And
cloth.
they're,
So go
I
ahead.
mean, to be fair, there was a transition that happened. Okay, I'm just past this shit. Like, just give me an original game. We always get these weird okay titles. Like I've heard Black Clover Mobile's been doing well. That's a mobile game. I don't want to fucking do that. Bleach is getting a new fighting game for mobile. Why are you putting fighting games on mobile? Well, like I don't.
That's why you could get all the fan service.
So that's my trade off.
Yeah,
I get fan service, but it's on mobile.
Yeah, just blame Sony. You know,
That's so
All
fucking
the games
dumb.
are PG now.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah, that's why we're lucky Stellar Blade didn't get nuked, and the
There's still
on
time.
the mobile side they got Nikkei.
There's still time. Okay. We can still nuke the game if we must.
No,
okay?
they're Korean, so they'll be fine.
I like how that's the saving grace. Thank God they're Korean. Otherwise, it's gonna be some.
Yeah, because unfortunately, if it was a Chinese dev,
Wait a
we'd
minute.
probably have some.
Speaking of Dragon Ball games and that whatnot, they're porting Xenoverse 2 on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X
What?
in
You
May.
can already play it on that?
I think you could have, but I think these are like official versions of them being ported.
Bro, when are they finally gonna give that title up? Like, who even
I-
plays that anymore?
Apparently, there is a dedicated fan base from what I've seen.
Jesus.
I'm surprised
Yeah,
there
but
is. I'm surprised.
But isn't it been like over like? It's okay. Didn't that came out like 2014? So like 10 years already.
2016, yeah.
Oh,
2016.
Oh yeah, because Xenoverse.
Yeah,
Xenoverse-
I respect the dedication, but it is a little weird. It's kind of weird how long.
Yeah, they don't want to do Xenoverse 3, so they say, yeah, let's keep putting the game over.
I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they don't want to just do Xenoverse 3 at this point, though.
So they'll
So
never
it's their
know the
Mario
difference.
Kart 8 basically.
It's weird that Xenoverse 2 is more up to date than other Dragon Ball games. Like the game is more up to date than like Kakarot is.
Well, I'd
it's
say
more
it's more-
updated than Fighters.
Well,
Fighters is like the.
oh, by the way, they're
game.
also porting Fighters to PS5 and Xbox Series X. Actually, today or yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. It got ported, so now you can buy the PS5 version or Xbox Series X version of Fighters. That includes rollback netcode.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's probably the reason why.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Go for it.
Yeah, this is getting. I don't even. I don't like video games no
Little
more.
Dragon Ball fans, there you go, man. Go for it.
I like
Live
how
your life.
you can tell how little Senpai cares. He's just like, man, fuck this shit, dog.
Ironically enough, though, Xenoverse 2 gets more updates than Dragon Ball Heroes.
That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, because that game, back when it was ported from arcades to 3DS, especially in Japan, got a bunch of updates. But when they put the Switch version in the States, barely gets any updates.
What the fuck?
Barely gets any updates.
Jesus.
Just fuck America.
That was hilarious. Oh my goodness. What? Just fuck America. It's like, the depression is kicked in. I don't want to fucking do this shit no more, bro.
Wait, Nintendo's holding you down, so hey, man.
That's literally it. That's it. That's all I got. And listen, I fuck with Nintendo, but like, it's kind of weird that I'm sitting over in the corner like, Sony, you gonna put out some quality in any way, shape, or form? No. What about like a game? Oh, it's another remake.
No, we're just gonna give you a TV show.
Did you just fire a bunch of staff? Yeah. Oh. Why are you firing staff for? What do you mean you don't need no fucking money? Xbox,
When I heard
Xbox, you gonna put a game out on the Switch? What? No, what? I literally, I'm gonna be rude. Y'all don't even understand the Xbox thing bothers me so much. It's like, guys, you were literally destined to win. I'm gonna put out a new title, or I'm gonna put out some titles that we've been updating. Okay, cool. Here's Grounded on Nintendo Switch. What?
you know what's crazy? Hearing about the layoffs from EA,
Oh, fuck EA.
I didn't give a fuck either. So I was like,
Yeah, fuck EA.
cancel all of EA. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone feels like they're losing anything with EA at this point. Like I just don't think anyone is like, man, I really hope EA gets their shit together. No, I think that ship sailed at least a decade ago. At least. I feel like it's been more than that, but it's definitely been at least a decade.
Everybody gave up hope. Ubisoft's next.
It's funny because the anime games that are good are great from the anime people don't talk about nearly as much. Well, it's because we're in a weird period. It feels like it's weird.
Oh wait, actually, I did remember a good anime game. Some Chinchan games that came out recently.
I feel like you made that term up.
No, he didn't.
Wait, the Shinchan?
He said Shinchan.
Oh.
Chinchan.
Yeah, Shinchan.
Okay, I know. Yeah,
Okay,
that
you said
did
it
release
different.
like last year.
He says it like a French
was actually
person.
surprised.
Yeah, and there's a new one coming out too. That's going to be coming out in the States too, so that's good. I'll get
Oh,
those.
it's actually
ones.
releasing this. It's actually coming localized. Okay, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Interesting.
And then I guess the only other thing I guess I could bring up as a final thing is that live action Naruto film.
I told you it was real.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
Hey man, listen. 2024 is the year we're gonna be eating. We got that Naruto live action. We got your My Hero live action. Watching deflated Almighty live action.
Oh my gosh! Imagine
Solo.
if they just
Listen.
Leveling live action.
Listen.
Let's go.
If we're gonna have the conversation, I think it's easy to do a live action Naruto anyway compared to some other anime that they've been doing in live action. So I'm not even mad at the live action. I think my concern is are we doing? Are we starting from OG Naruto like we're supposed to?
probably OG.
Huh?
Heck,
Actually, there was a ninja series that came out in Japan. It was like 2006, 2007. I think it was just Shinobi, but we already had a ninja-esque.
Yeah, like I don't think it's
Basilisk.
I'm not concerned about it like not being something that's doable. Like it's obviously doable. My concern is, are they going to fuck it up? Like it's the same thing it's the same thing issue with Avatar. Can it be done? Absolutely. Are you going to fuck it up though? that's my concern.
As long as Madara drops the double meteor, I'm good.
Buddy, you know damn well that movie's not going all the way to Madara. How dare you?
Yes, I want him to drop the double meteor.
No.
Because that shit was so funny when you see it live.
Oh my God.
It was just like, we stopped the first one. Oh, you did. Good job. Here's the second one. Everybody
Oh my goodness. The point I'm making at this point is that I personally, we can casually have this conversation and end things off on the stream. How far do you think they should go? They start from the beginning. How far do you think they should go? Where do you think the movie should stop at? Which art?
Movie or series?
Is a movie.
Naruto.
Is a movie.
I feel like
Just do the tuning exams.
the tuning exams work perfectly fine as an ending, like perfectly fine.
No, it's a movie though.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
I'm asking y'all
that's
as a movie.
lot.
So what do you? That's what I'm asking.
So I'd say I would say till Zabuza.
So,
That's like their
so
first,
Land of
like-
Waves.
Yeah.
That would be my personal opinion because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
My problem is that we all know when it comes to part one Naruto, that's not even the most popular arc. I get that, and I'm afraid they're gonna do what they've been doing with some of these other shows. Now, granted, I know the other ones are TV shows versus a movie, but I'm still concerned they're gonna get overzealous and do some fuck shit. Okay.
You think they're gonna pull a Yu Yu Hakusho?
Man, I think they're gonna pull a Bleach.
Yeah.
Remember, Bleach went all the way up to fucking the Renji fight that's supposed to take place in the Soul Society, but doesn't because we're gonna find a bus yard. Like,
Yeah, I just remembered that. Yeah, it did.
yeah.
It did. That happened.
So my concern is they're gonna get a little overzealous and be like, you know, let's just skip Land of Waves completely and fucking
Yes, please, for the love of God.
don't do that. Don't. We don't sit here and act like Land of Waves was trash. We're not about to do that, okay?
No. Listen. If I'm a movie studio, I'm not investing in Land of Waves. Come on now.
I feel like
Union exams.
you know how hard
Let's go.
You know how much
You
of
about
a,
to say
I
that
need
Ninja
to understand something. You know how much of a miracle tuning exams was when he accomplished that? Because it's so much in like for his like what was it, his second major arc of the series?
He's in his bag.
I don't trust the studio to get all that right. You know what I mean? Fucking it's like what are like 30, 40 fucking characters you're trying to introduce at once?
Well, listen. If they do Land of Waves first, flop and chance to do it. So just start off with it right now. Let's make this money.
So essentially, because of the fear that it's not going to do well enough, because Land of Waves isn't as popular, you rather them go for the hard mode immediately, so we at least get to see it in live action.
Yes.
Studio,
I already know what they're gonna do.
Studio, I hate the reality is that that's probably what they're gonna do, and it's gonna be ass. Like that's
listen. You can still put Zabuza and Haku.
No, don't even do that. I'd rather you just not do that at all.
Well, shit, they're just gonna make Naruto like the teenage version. They're gonna skip the whole way he was 12 years old.
Yeah, realistically, if we want to play again, they could just jump to Shippuden and be done with it.
Yeah. Well, no, they're gonna make him 18 and go through that whole arc.
The tuning exam is perfect to start off with because it has everything you need for an American movie to be successful. He's a ninja, but he's in school. And all his classmates hate him. He has to overcome it by becoming a tuning in the tuning exam.
All right, here's my question.
He realizes I never really needed tuning. I really just needed friends along the way.
Wait, here's my question. Does it end with a Gaara fight? Is that when you say that? Or does it end with like the first half of it?
It ends like they do the whole arc.
So you're talking about everything from like the Forest of Death to like beating Gaara in the war.
Yeah.
But it has a lot for one fucking film.
So you want to end with Orochimaru killing the third, and then it just sets up the second movie.
Yeah.
See, I feel like you're asking a lot.
The movie, no, because you can skip a bunch of shit. We've already seen it before. It doesn't need to be animated. You just start off with the introduction, whether that be them coming back from the Land of Waves or whatever, right? Then you set up you do the theme of the movie where Naruto's a fucking loser and he has to prove everybody wrong. You start off with the fucking test. You introduce all the characters there. You do the Forest of Death. You could actually just skip the test if you wanted to. Start off with Forest of Death. When you get to the prelims, you can literally just skip that whole first round.
So which fights get shown then?
Well, first off, we get Shikamaru versus Tamari because best girl. Then you get Naruto versus Neji. Then Sasuke and Gaara, and then shit pops off.
Well, no, you gotta have Rock Lee and Gaara.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like there ain't no way people are gonna let that slide.
Yeah, that's a staple. You gotta have that fight.
Well, had that take place in the Forest of Death.
Actually, you kind of have to do Neji versus Hinata too, because it sets up Naruto versus Neji.
Yeah.
That doesn't actually have to be a fight though.
So what is? Oh, he just one shots her. Is that what you want?
Like not even that. Like you could do Gaara versus Rock Lee in the Forest of Death.
Yeah, check the gamer chat. Here's your live action Sasuke and Naruto.
Oh, let me see. This is gonna be some ass. I'm gonna be so pissed. Let me see.
Imagine they make a movie about Naruto.
Ooh, like what is this?
It was a sketch by Kishimoto, so yeah.
What the hell is that?
That looks. Why?
Like the actors?
I hope it's not the actors.
No. It was a really old sketch, so it's like
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's okay.
giving people an idea how they should look like in live action.
I don't know if you can find someone who can. Both of them be wearing wigs and shit. It's fucking hilarious.
You got to draw whiskers on one.
Just have Zack and Cody be Naruto.
Wow. That's Zack and Cody. That's
Don't
some,
Riverdale that.
Dylan and Cole
that's
Sprout.
some, that's wild to me. Zack.
Yeah,
Man,
let's
they're,
give-
they're actually some pretty good actors.
I'm not saying they're not
let's
pretty
give
good
Michael
actors.
Cera some work.
Yeah, but like, we'll make Michael Sarah a Sasuke, and then be like,
Nah,
and
make
then,
him-
and
make
then
him
have
Kakashi.
Sasuke do Sarah V commercials. I'd be in fucking tears.
No, make Michael Cera Kakashi.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Give him a mask.
That actually doesn't look bad. That one doesn't look bad, Donnie.
Yeah, that's another Kishimoto sketch too.
That
so-
one's not bad. I don't mind that one as much. But my issue is, studio. That means the bulk of the movie is just the third Hokage getting killed, and then like Gara going through his whole breakdown, which is why I said you kind of have to have I hate this shit because I know what I have to keep reminding myself. Anime movies are not for anime fans. Like they never were. They never were for anime fans. Anime movies are for people who don't know what the fuck these shows are. And then they go watch the shows and go, "Oh, the show's great." Da, 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 da. That's the point of the movie. The movie has no goal to be like a good companion piece. Because like, if you're gonna watch the live action, you should have just watched the anime from the get go. The point is to get you interested in the anime. It's like manga. Well, actually, it's like anime. Anime is essentially go buy the manga.
Yeah.
But for me to get a cut down version of tuning exams is low key disrespectful. Like one of my favorite moments is not even like a major moment. It's right before the second half starts, where they're visiting. I believe it's Sasuke in the hospital, and Shikamaru and Naruto run into Gaara. No, is it Rock Lee in the hospital? I think I forget which.
No, it's Shikamaru and Rock Lee's not. Gaara tries to kill him, and then Naruto and Shikamaru.
That whole interaction to me is one of the hardest things because it's one of the few times you see Naruto absolutely shook. He is genuinely shook and paranoid. Then you get that kind of like fillerish episode of Naruto making his way to the stadium and him having to kind of get his nerves back. When he gets it back.
He's trading with Jiraiya.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, people forget how much the tuning exams added. Like, the tuning exams is a crazy art conceptually to pull off writing wise. You add it and like expanded on like 30 fucking characters, and then introduce characters who would be relevant for like the rest of the series, like Jiraiya and shit. And people are like, I think you can do that in 2 hours, bitch. What? No.
Listen, you start off with the movie. You start the opening scene. Jiraiya, congratulations! You now know the summoning jutsu and the Rasengan. Now go and be proud. And then,
He doesn't. He doesn't. Wait, he doesn't.
Wait a minute. Not
No,
Rasengan. You now know how to do the summoning jutsu. Now go become a tuning. And now,
You are going to lose them money.
Yeah, how do you? That means you skip. So you skipping everything. So what? They doing the Force of Death as like flashbacks and shit.
No. You rearrange it. So Jiraiya is already his master at the start. He learns fucking summoning jutsu, then goes to start the tuning exams. He meets up with Sakura and Sasuke. They do the Forest of Death. That's like the start of when the ball gets rolling. That's when you introduce everybody. It's like you literally introduce everybody as they're trying to get the scrolls from one another. You do Gaara versus Rock Lee. Rock Lee dies. Not dies, but you know. Then the Forest of Death. Neji steals Hinata's scroll. Naruto witnesses it. He's like, hey, that's fucked up. That's your cousin. He's like, fuck you. Grr. Then you get the finals.
Fucking grr. I hate this shit.
Then you get the finals. You skip that whole first preliminary shit. You just start off with the finals. The very first match is Gaara versus Sasuke. Shit pops off. Naruto and Neji are like, I know we have this thing going on, but we got to put the village first. And so on and so forth.
So we
just Shikamaru's like, cool. Now here's the plan. I'm the smartest one here. I'm establishing that right now with 30 minutes left in the movie. Then you get the Orochimaru invades, and then
You are losing so much money right now.
You're bleeding funds. Like what the fuck? My problem. My problem is that the force. How much is the force? Like, let's say it's a 2.5 hour film, right? How much time does the force of death in its entirety take up?
30 minutes.
Ain't no fucking
That's
way.
bullshit.
Ain't no
That
way.
could never happen.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. If you're talking about, the problem is that arc is a miracle arc, like in a lot of ways. Like even I think even Gizmo's admitted it. Like that arc should not have been as good as it was, considering it was like his second major arc, and that motherfucker threw so much at us, and everyone in the back was just like, damn, damn. But like realistically, that's why I said start with Land of Waves. Give your ass a chance, and then make the second film like a part 1, part 2 situation.
No, because I want you to think about it. This shit has to. Let's say this shit's a trilogy, right? So
Each of them 3 hours long. There, that'll fix it.
What's up?
no, they can't make it 3 hours long. They'd lose.
Yeah, they can.
They-
Sonic, the Sonic movies got to be that long.
Yeah, but Sonic's like an established, like fucking IP in America.
Oh,
To be fair, so is
But-
Naruto. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naruto's
Naruto
like,
is
even
like
in America, people still fuck with
Naruto's very much a part of the second boom of anime in the States. Like the first
Yeah.
boom is Dragon Ball, the second boom I think is Naruto, and the third boom is like Attack on Titan.
My Hero.
Yeah,
yeah. Remember we even had that PS2 game that.
And how long was Dragon Ball Evolution?
how long
Yeah,
was
but
it?
you're talking about like from like the late 2000s, like where live actions back then they didn't put much effort into it, obviously.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Evolution was an hour and 40. Like, there's no way they're gonna make a 3 hour Naruto.
That's why I said
I'm
just
sure
do-
they
Yeah,
could.
but
Well,
Alita
that's what I'm
Battle
saying, if
Angel
you
was
do-
2 hours and 2 minutes.
What I'm saying
they
is-
could make it 3 hour.
the point I'm making is that's why I said you should just do just do Land of Waves. Don't do tuning exams is such a crazy arc. It has so many twists and turns, and I think the trilogy should be the first one is the Land of Waves and the introduction stuff. The second movie is the first half of the tuning exams, and the second movie is the second half with the war, and it ends with the third Hokage dying.
But what do you establish in the Land of Waves?
The
Characters.
Why don't you just do that in the tuning exams?
Because it'd be easier to establish it in the first film than the second, than like the beginning. Like you're establishing, like you can actually establish even Choji and Shikamaru in them in the background because they're in the background in the first couple episodes anyway. Like you could have them show up and then them be more focused on in the second film. So you ain't gotta reintroduce them or nothing. It's like, oh, that's that kid in the back. And then they properly, like, once they get their fights, they properly introduce themselves. And then let the preliminaries be the first movie. I mean, be the second movie, and then let the second half be the third movie. Because to me,
Let's say you make it a trilogy, right?
yeah,
So tell me where the first movie starts, where the second movie starts, and where the third movie starts.
the first movie starts at the beginning of the series. Second movie starts at the beginning of the tuning exams. And then
Where does the second movie end?
the second movie ends after the preliminaries. So after the Force of Death, the first round of fights, and then that's where it ends.
So if it's a trilogy, you want the third movie to finish the second half of the tuning exams, and
Yes.
then go all the way to Sasuke retrieval.
No, to just finish off the.
But but it has to be a trilogy. It has to do the whole series.
No, it doesn't do the whole series. I just wanted.
It has to do all of part one.
There's no way you're gonna do all part one in 3 films anyway.
Yeah, but you only got a 3-movie deal. You got to make it happen.
I think the tuning exams is good enough to stand on its own as a trilogy.
Yeah.
No, but
let's just say this: if it had
you got a 3-movie deal to do all of part one Naruto.
There's no way you're doing all part one Naruto without like cutting a bunch of shit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. That's what's gonna happen.
That's
You
an
have to make
assumption.
We have 30 years of anime movies to prove this.
Well, I could tell you, Alita Battle Angel didn't cover all of the content from the series.
I think the point he's making is that
Did it do the whole movie, or did it do the whole series?
No,
How far did it get?
let's see. As far as the animes OVA did, so a few chapters, so
When does
not
the
the whole
sequel
thing.
come out?
When does the sequel come out? That's let's see. There's no information on that yet.
I feel bad because I think you just essentially proved his point. That's why I wish you had to say anything.
Prove his point. Here's the thing, though.
His
If it
whole
gets
point.
greenlit,
His whole point is that if it's not interesting enough, then you're
it
not
did
gonna
well
get
though. So that's the thing. But no one knows when the sequel comes out because that's unless they want to license it again.
The problem. My issue is this: if you do, so I'm guessing in your thought process is the first movie is the tuning exams. The second movie is what the. I wouldn't even say the Soxy Retrieval arc to me has to be the third film. It can't be the second one. So what is it? The fucking
No.
him learning the Rasengan and the Tsunade arc stuff?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's enough content realistically to be like a whole film.
Well, remember, you got to start off with Itachi and Kisame. Then you got to do the signing shit, and then you can finish it off with Naruto versus Sasuke at the end, like the
Hospital fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a weird way to end the second film, though. It ends with a fucking.
You end-
It ends with them
you ended up-
successfully. It ends with him successfully healing Sasuke, and then them boxing, and then the movie ends.
Or you could end it with him leaving the village.
Actually, I think of that one. That might be better. I get it, but that just means. I really think it's gonna. That means the first movie is gonna get butchered like a motherfucker. Like in terms of what it's covering, it's gonna butcher the shit out of it.
Yeah, just have Zabuza in the crowd, like.
No, don't do that. I rage. I would rage. That means shooting exam has to get hoed so we get a good Sasuke retrieval arc. Essentially, that's what it feels like. It feels like the. I mean, that's a hell of a sacrifice. But the problem is like, especially considering how irrelevant a lot of the characters that are in Sasuke retrieval arc are in the second film, it's going to be kind of weird that you're introduced to them, then they're irrelevant for a whole ass movie, and then they all become overly relevant in the third movie. It's just I don't know how I feel about that. I get the point because you're trying to do all of part 1 and 3 films. The sad thing is I'm not even saying I probably would agree that's more likely what they're going to do. They're gonna butcher something, and if they're gonna butcher anything, it'll probably be the beginning of Naruto Part 1.
You know,
the only thing
Mark from RDC.
Say what?
You know Mark from RDC World.
Yeah.
Like they actually asked him if he wanted to like write the movie, right? And then he said yeah, and then he wrote a script, and they said no, and then he was like, well, I'm not gonna do it because y'all want me to like you're gonna fuck up my credibility if we do like some shit you want me to do, and the shit they wanted to do is just skip shit.
Yeah. A lot of that you don't need to skip because a lot of it is important. The problem is, I think the reality is in order to get a live action adaptation, you have to acknowledge you're gonna lose some of what makes the original series great. And so the question is, are you willing to lose that for the sake of a live action adaptation? And I think that's probably the question I'll end this off on. How much are you willing to? We'll use Naruto as the example. How much are you willing to give up for a live action adaptation of that series?
In terms of content?
Yeah, in terms of content.
Whatever it takes.
So for you, that would be like butchering the beginning part of the series.
As long as it flows. Like, of course you're gonna have to cut some fights out.
I know some fights are going to get cut out. I guess my problem is do I need a live action that bad to do that?
Shit is failing on arrival.
Senpai sounds like a battered wife. I'm gonna die tonight. Like, I'm just saying, like, how much?
I'd feel that way if I was a Peter Darker fan too.
Oh wow, wow! March 1st, and here it comes.
What did the Frenchman just say to me?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
Hit the playback and you'll find out.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen.
Don't worry, he'll clip it for you.
Oh, all right. Listen. No, but no, serious question for the rest of you. Studio kind of gave his answer already. How much y'all willing to lose content wise for Part 1 Naruto to get a proper like 3-movie trilogy for it? Like, how much content are you acceptable in losing? Like, if they had to fuck up an arc, which arc are you fine with them fucking up or skipping? Because we're probably gonna, even if they do this, they're probably gonna fuck up one of them at least, if not two.
Definitely
I
wouldn't.
I think the Tsunade arc would probably fuck up the most.
See, you know what? I probably would agree with that because Tsunade I could take the L for. The only thing
I
you really,
wouldn't take
the only,
the L for that. No.
the only thing
I
well,
couldn't.
not her design. I'm talking about like the content of the art. The only thing I really need is the Rasengan, the flashback of her past. I think those are like the two major things I need, and I guess and the ambush, the Kisame Itachi ambush. I need that because the whole Sasuke being like, "You're not strong enough."
Is this
I
for
think
a
I'd
whole
rather
trilogy?
take an L on Onko of the Onko stuff.
The Argo stuff is like an episode. They're probably gonna get skipped anyway.
Wait, are we talking
Well-
like in a trilogy sense?
Yeah, in the trilogy
Like,
sense, you're gonna. Let's say they have to butcher an arc for the sake of like getting a flow down and doing
Okay.
and doing all of part 1
I know
and
what
3
I want.
movies. Go ahead.
So I think I'll be fine if what's it called? The Force of Death takes an L. I think I'm willing to let that slide as long as the actual like tuning exam, the tournament one at least
The second
is
half.
like
Of it.
yeah, the second half basically.
I could see that. The first half.
Because I mean, realistically, the major plot points is like what they run into Orochimaru.
Sasuke
Gets his cursed mark, and yeah, realistically.
and I guess you mean Kabuto.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, but most of his stuff is like in cheap put in.
True. I guess the part about the only thing that's gonna hurt, and I hate to say this, and not that I care, but I know people might care. You lose a lot of like, there's some good character development moments for like, I hate to say it. Sakura gets a decent character development moment in that arc. I hate to say it. That's like the
he
best.
didn't even believe all of it.
It's like
He was like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
It was like the best she gets. The best she gets development wise is that art. It's that area. Like it's the Force of Death and then the preliminary fights when she fights Ino. Those are like the two best areas she gets for a while until like what is it? Until
you know what?
The beginning of Shippuden.
Yeah. Beginning
you
and
know
middle.
What? You know what? You say that now, and now you know what? I really believe that now they really need to butcher that arc so that shit doesn't happen.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Sakura's doing good. Nah, fuck that.
That's some petty shit. Give Sakura her flowers. She risked her life for Naruto and on Sasuke. I mean,
Sakura, best girl in Boruto.
You can butcher the first Naruto Sasuke fight for me. I'll let that shit go.
wait, what did you about the hospital one?
Like when pretty much Orochimaru took Sasuke and then Naruto and him have their first fight at the end and shit. You can butcher that.
You talking about the Valley of the End fight?
Yeah, the Valley, not the last one. Like I'm talking about.
You're talking about the last one of part
kids.
1.
Yeah, when they were kids and like he left.
You talking about the ending of part 1.
Yeah, I don't really. You could just have Sasuke leave.
God. So
he can just leave.
Look.
He can just leave, and then like
you can't.
There's last fight. In the last movie,
there is no way you can get away with fucking up that fight. Like, there's no way you can. That fight, it'll get sped through probably, but you can't fuck that fight up. If you fuck that fight up, that's the ending. That's gonna be the end of the trilogy. Is Naruto losing, and then him leaving, and then Naruto making that vow and going to go train with Jiraiya. There's no way you gonna fuck up. That'd be like the climax of the third movie. There's no fucking way.
No, Naruto could just lose to Orochimaru. They're gonna rewrite all this crap anyway. Just have Orochimaru kick his ass, and then Naruto's just like, I couldn't save him, and then
Okay, all right.
Travis-
Here, all right. Here's a better question. What's the one thing they have to get right? What's the one thing you require them to get right? All right, I tell you what mine is. The first
Go ahead.
episode. I need the first episode properly represented. That first episode to me is one of the best first episodes of like shonen manga. If you fuck that episode up, we automatically have problems. That episode does a good job of representing the character, the world, the struggle. Hey, that first episode is insanely good for a old school shonen.
One Piece.
No, yeah, I would agree. I think it's a better first episode than One Piece's. It's a better first episode than Bleach's.
Yeah, Bleach's first episode sucks.
Yeah,
Wait, are you getting the first episode of the first Naruto or Shippuden?
or the original Naruto.
I do like the first episode of the Shippuden one though. I think I like that one better.
Oh, that's
Because they skipped like 4. They animated the good shit to open it up.
Oh God. Oh, that's true. They did do that.
Man,
No,
the first like 10 minutes of the episode is 10 out of 10, and then you realize you don't get the follow up for like 6 months.
I'm just saying, for me personally, the one thing I need is you to properly characterize Naruto, and I think the first episode does that beautifully. Like the first episode of the entire series, I think handles Naruto's characterization, the situation with the village, and his struggles completely perfectly. So to me, if you fuck up that episode and you fuck up that beginning, you've already shit the bed. Because that's my main character, goddammit. If you don't characterize my main character properly, we automatically have a problem.
And don't give Lee an afro.
I don't know why that would
What?
be even a concern in the first place.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I mean, he's based off of Bruce Lee. If that man is an Asian, it's already going to be a problem in its own right.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of cast we're getting now, so
We don't. But if they to be dumb enough to make broccoli black, I would be in tears.
Oh no, I just said give him an afro.
Yeah.
So you just want him to be.
Wait, why did that offend you so much? What?
I was like, wait, what?
So just giving him an afro, period.
Yeah,
Why do you think he would just? Why do you even think that would be a conversation to do in the first place?
because I'd say he's the Asian Afro samurai. There you go.
Shut up, you.
That's
Get out of here.
Go on, get if I do something smart like kill you. Like yeah. That's so fucking stupid.
They just
But-
race swap all the characters.
Mate.
Rock Lee's black, Naruto's Mexican.
Koji is
Kakashi's Puerto Rican and fat.
Mexican.
Oh no, that's Uncle. That's Uncle.
No, that's canon.
Oh.
We're talking about uncharacteristic choices.
Yeah, man, that's it.
That Anko, that'd be Future Sight. That's a different. I just
You said Future Sight, and I thought of Future, the rapper, and I was like, yes, put him in there somewhere. What would he do?
have him do the soundtrack.
Oh, I know. One of them will just sing the Shippuden opening, but with an English rap. I
Oh
guess.
no! I don't imagine getting Migos for the fucking Heroes Comeback track. I'd be in tears.
Might as well. We fucking the whole thing up right now. So let's go all the way.
No,
Don't commit a misdemeanor. Go for the felony.
What's okay? Well, then I guess that goes. If one Naruto Part 1 opening has to be in the movie, which one would it be?
The second one. Oh no, Fighting Dreamers. Open up with Fighting Dreamers.
Too late. You already said the second one.
No, I think
Yeah,
I
but
think
then I realized Fighting Dreamers. Is the
I
better
think
one.
Fighting Dreamers is a better choice. Fighting Dreamers is actually probably quintessential Part 1 Naruto. Actually,
The only thing I could think of is the one during the Sasuke retrieval arc. You know which one?
Yeah, opening 5 by us.
I don't.
Yeah, that's the best one. But Fighting Dreamers has English. Use that one.
Fighting Dreamers. Who did that one? Was that Asian
That's Flow.
Kung Fu
That was
Generation?
Flow.
Oh, it's Flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
does 2 Naruto Part 1 in the openings. It also does, what is it, Remember? It's the filler one towards the end of it.
Which one?
Hey!
Oh man.
My boy still already had the hit immediately. I already knew it was a...
Whoa.
I
Which
fucking-
one was Asian Kung Fu Generation? They did one.
Did
I
they?
forgot which opening they did. I think
Yeah,
they did.
They did. Hold on.
Wasn't that the second one?
No.
Was it?
I don't think it was...
I-
I gotta remember because I don't think it was the second one though. But you're right.
Yeah,
But
that was the second one.
is it? Hold on.
That was Uruka Kanata.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Because now I'm paranoid.
Yeah, it was the second opening.
Okay. Dude, I'm getting my openings messed up because I remember like certain bands are doing the same thing for Bleach and Naruto, and I'm starting to get
Yeah, because when you say Asian
mixed up
Kung
a little bit.
I immediately thought of Bleach. It's like Bleach opening 5. It's After Dark, I
Wait,
think.
which one was this? It was like na na na
That-
na na.
That's
That's opening 6.
yeah, it's opening 6.
Okay.
That's Bleach
And
opening 6.
After Dark is opening 7.
There we go.
Alright.
Yeah, and Asian Kung Fu didn't do an opening after that until Shippuden, and with close to the end of that war arc.
That's
They got a lot of
right.
work.
It took them a while. I almost thought they weren't making music no more. Fuck.
You mean like Aqua Times?
All right, relax. Relax. All right.
I
Well,
keep forgetting how much of a hater Donnie is.
Oh, Donnie's a fucking hater. Listen, on that note, Donnie being a hater, we're gonna get the hell out of here because we're already past like 2 hours. But thank the squad for being in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the donations. Tomorrow on Twitch we do Final Fantasy 13.
7.
Yuck.
Rebirth.
So I imagine none of you will be there, but I appreciate if you showed up anyway to
I'll be there.
to roast the game because it's funny. That'll start.
I imagine Tyrone's gonna be there too.
Oh,
since,
Tyrone's
you
gonna have
know,
a fit.
you're
Tyrone already
probably
met.
doing this for him.
Oh no, Tyrone got mad when I told him I bought the game. He was like, "You did what? You playing what? When? Fuck you!" I'm like, "Bro, come on, it's not that bad."
Bro, can we play Final Fantasy 7?
Why are you
Rebirth?
streaming
Final
that game
Fantasy.
anyway? I still don't get that.
Greatest game in the series.
Oh, listen, technically it's somewhat of a favor to Lightning because Lightning has gifted that game, and I told myself he gets one title, and I haven't given him any
He doesn't
title.
even show up to the streams anymore. I barely see
He
him,
was in
so
he
you
was
know
in
what?
this he was in
Count.
this stream.
He was.
Oh,
In the beginning.
Listen,
In the beginning, he was.
listen. You know what you have to. You know what you have to title the.
What?
You have to have him co-host the playthrough, and you have to call it Lightning Returns.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Hey, give him that intro song.
I'll- We're gonna get out of here. Is Tyrone on Twitch right now? Let me see if I can.
I know TSS is.
I know
on
TSS
Twitch right now.
is doing his. I knew that. But, oh my! Oh, Jesus Christ! What? Why? Donnie down. Donnie's like an aggressive father. Is TSS streaming? I don't think.
No, he's not.
Yeah, none of them are. Fuck it. Okay.
Yeah, he said he had to do some tier lists.
Oh, I know what he's
something.
doing. I know what he's doing. All right, it's fine. Whatever. All right, then we're just gonna end the stream properly. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys. I'll see some of you guys tomorrow for Final Fantasy 13 on Twitch at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then my next stream will be hoping Juices lose on Monday. We'll see. With that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. That's the game. Let it win. And I will see you guys later. Peace.
I just looked it up. It's 48 hours.